Right. Oh, I forgot I need to refresh my overlay. Where's this dude? Refresh. Yeah, buddy. So, how you been, my dude?
Cool. I've been doing pretty all right, honestly. Not too bad.
Yeah? Nothing exciting?
Like, yeah, nothing really exciting. I honestly just I got real interested in old school RuneScape again after a long time.
You know, that's a game I've never, ever once played. Like,
Really?
I remember its day in the sun, like when it became a thing, like in computer lab and shit. But
Back in the late 2000s.
yeah, I mean, to that point, I'm assuming you're like, what, 22, 23?
No, I'm 26, man.
26?
I'm about to be 27. Yeah.
You old ass man.
It says you.
I know, right? I'm the dude in his 30s making Rocket League content.
Yeah, really. No, we're both old men for Rocket League.
I know. The prime has been passed.
Well, hold on. I'm better than I ever been.
Same.
Saying prime. I'm in my prime. I don't want to hear this.
That's why.
Past.
That's why when people say like, "Oh yeah, you can't be like a pro gamer," I'm like, "Excuse me. Age has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with time and commitment."
Arguably, age has a little to do with it, to be 100% honest.
I
But
mean, some.
I would argue that in a lot of cases, it's equally as much of a detriment as it is a bonus.
Well, sure. I would say there's a lot of mental plasticity that goes into learning a game with a high mechanical skill ceiling, like Rocket League. Especially when it's a game that has zero transferable skills from previous games. So it's like, I can be good at Halo and then be proficient in Counter-Strike or insert,
Right.
FPS game here.
But like, just because you're good at Forza doesn't mean you're gonna be good at Rocket League.
Hell no. Not even a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think that's the barrier of entry that like everybody gets to. They're like, oh, I can play a driving game. All right, can you play a driving game where you have to hit a ball? Easy. All right, now hit a driving game. Yeah, in the air. Let's see how good you think you are.
Also, a physics engine that is not translatable to most of your games. Like, just like taking the car driving itself, it's like there's no racing game that drives like Rocket League drives.
Yeah, I mean, I would say back in the day with a couple of like those arcade racers with like the e-brake and shit,
Dude,
like
not even close,
like
though.
Sega Riva Rally, like something like that. You know what I mean? Like the slippy, e-brake. That's the only thing I can think of that like has any
slightly similar.
Yeah, any
like
form of semblance.
Yeah, the core of Rocket League that makes it so unique compared to other racing games is the infinite amount of grip you have when you're going full speed.
Right.
Just infinite amount. And it's like, all right, so you take a sharper turn, so you tap the drift button. Why didn't we spin out? Right. Why didn't we lose 7,000% of our initial momentum that we already had? You know, it's nowhere close to like relatable to any other driving game on the market ever.
Not even. Not a great 100%.
Yeah, there's a game that came out after the fact of Rocket League that had a pretty similar driving engine or like similar like physics engine to the driving, but it's not even like a car soccer based game kind of deal. It's like, you know, it's like a I guess like a speedrunner, like kind of like you're flying through the air, dodging missiles and things.
I was gonna say
exactly
Trackmania.
No. See, Trackmania is as close to Rocket League as you can get without being Rocket League, but even then, like in Trackmania, when you break loose, you're still loose. Like you can hold a drift without needing to press a drift button, you know?
Really?
And then if you want to get out of it, you lose a lot of speed when you do it too. And there's also this thing called, there's a lot of things in Trackmania that are similar but not parallel as examples. And the biggest thing is the drifting overall, because like the drifting, you lose a lot of speed when you drift in Trackmania, but there's also a power drift where you actually can accelerate and get faster during mid-drift, which is actually a huge technique used in Trackmania, but does not exist anywhere close to Rocket League. Not even to mention the point that if you spit out Trackmania, you can't just get grip and go again like you do in Rocket League.
Right.
but no, there's a different one that someone made like quite a bit after. Because Trackmania is actually a really old game. Trackmania's been around for tens of years.
Yeah, I remember seeing that game when it first came out. I was like, this looks insane. And then it's like, it slowly like came and then had a moment. And then all of a sudden now I feel like everybody's just kind of like, it's a speedrunning game, you know, like more than anything, that's kind of where the, I would say the meta of that game evolved.
Well, it's as competitive as you can get with an arcade racer styled racing game. You know?
Right.
Because like to call it like a racing simulator would be far-fetched.
No, of course not.
But as a arcade racer, it is very well done on its physics engine. It's something else.
Are you live right now?
Yeah. I
Sweet.
Popped the button. Did you click the button? Did you pop it?
Oh, the button's been pressed, sir.
That's what I thought. Kind of got that vibe.
Yo, learn a speed clip of your video really quick. That's awesome, man. Thank you. I'm glad that it was able to help you.
How do we start this? You want to start with?
I don't know.
You.
I'm waiting for the first sucker in chat to be like, I want a 1v1.
Yeah, right.
Who wants the wrath of my Diamond 1v1 skills? To be fair, my one's rank is atrocious. As much as I've been working on it this past season and a half. Uh-oh. Okay, probably air dribbles and flicks on plat 3, by the way. Alright. I mean, I regret that your name is Lickma, but you want to come in here and lick my balls? No, I'm just kidding. No, for real. If you want to participate in the live 1v1 coaching,
just do user Griff, no password or something for the privates.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
As long as no one is a troll when they come in, then we're all good.
Joinable by name and password. All the things. Name, 1v1 me, password, GRIFF. All lowercase. Do I need to send that to you, Scholar?
I could find it, maybe. Private there. Yes. Oh, was it 1v1 me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. I'm a whore.
Wait, what? It still didn't find it. Wait.
What?
Griff. There we go.
All right.
No, it's unable to find server. What? Is
What?
it a capital G?
No, it's all lowercase.
Oh, one F?
2 Fs. GRIFF. What? All right, hold on. Let me leave. Let me double check. Let me check. Private match. Create private match. Yeah, it's just 1v1 space me.
Oh, space. There's a space.
Yeah. My bad.
Why would you put a space in there?
I'm a dick, I guess. I don't know.
You have to think console players, they have to go like all the way to the bottom of their keyboard to get that space going. It's
Poor
like
guys.
so much work.
Poor
You
guys.
can't be doing spaces. Oh, the first subject.
All right. Whoever wants it, you're welcome to come get it.
I thought Azra's in, right? Azra's taking this.
I think so.
Let's go, Azra. You take the first game. Here we go. Azra is starting strong, getting that possession. Maybe. Oh, a Griff with the ego challenge. Azra throwing the ball back to Griff's side. Just to force the pressure back into his corner. The good fake and shadow from Azra. But he gets outpaced with the flick on Griff. Getting back in time, though, just to get the save. seems to be that everyone is just tugging each other's chains, trying to find out who has the most slack on their own defense. Azra takes the ball off the backboard, trying to get a breakthrough. Messes the recovery up a little bit, but still gets possession, looking for the flick on Griff. Look at the pop, but Griff reverse challenges for the 50 in the corner. A big possession here for Griff, getting onto the other side. Might be able to get around Azra one. Chip's a little sharp, but still finds the possession. Oh, the early challenge from Azra from the blind side. Coming into the flick on net, and he sinks it.
Well done.
The blind challenge. Well done on Azra. Overall, Azra, so far starting-wise, your spacing's really decent. You're just not used to depth perception and like getting your pace up. There's a couple times where Griff could have scored because he was just gonna get the same blind challenge that you got on him there at the end. And it's really important that you kind of just like have to make certain assumptions about the opponent trying to make a shot and keeping that spacing where it's safe. Man, Griff just almost giving up a second goal there. Really get faked out by Azra. Not quite. Gets the save. Azra starts his fake, gets that shadow going, keeps the distance this time so you get the challenge. Close attempt. The faster, quick area there, they'll do the job for him there. Overall, besides that, he can also start the shadow a little bit closer so he can get Griff on the crossover from center line. Either would work. Griff takes the advantage of this kickoff, but misses the corner boost. Might have to go back for it. Guys, this time tries to get a fake on Azra, and it turns into almost possession, but he gets in the back of his guard and can't quite find the net. Tries to flick over one. Azra commits, though. Griff might have the cut. Azra can't get back in time. And a little aggressive there, but not too bad. The idea is not terrible, I think. If he went a little bit earlier and was more confident in his turn, definitely could have gotten it. I would argue that challenge itself was mostly mechanics, but at the same time, if you know you're awkward on your turn-ins, you could just fake and shadow that, and then force Griff to go midfield so you get the ball there. Fakes Griff. Griff misses the save. Azra shoots on. Couldn't quite get the power, but still bumps on the recovery. Might be able to get back in time. Couple of 12 pads. Not quite where he needs to be, but is finding his way in front of the net. Griff takes the shot. Tries to get the pop for the 50, and Azra defends it, throwing to the side. Griff has the recovery to that side, though, so he's able to get the side boost and start a little bit of Azra's. Azra gets possession, tries to flick on net, but can't find the power. Gets the dunk to buy himself time, but the recovery might be too slow as Griff has a locker on net. With the musty finish. Griff is just putting salt in the wound now. Remember, if this is the kind of person you want to be following on YouTube, go and subscribe. But if you don't,
the password is Griff. Griff, all lowercase.
Actions from your streamer. Just go to hit the dislike button.
You're just hating now.
You're the one who's BMing with a musty.
Sorry, let's look at this here. So, was it the right challenge or just the wrong execution?
So there, at his backboard, that was the wrong choice. So it really was an execution problem. I mean, you could blame it to that, and you could say he could have executed a better touch or opportunity there. But the best choice there is to identify that, one, Griff doesn't have a shot. He's really far away on slow recovery. And really, Azra had a lot of time there just to wrap around and put a ball into his corner. There was no rush for him to take that save yet, especially because it was like next to his backboard. You can try the backboard save there, Azra. It's a tough one.
Just overskid.
Azra's big. Get the boost skill, forces Griff to miss. It's all those mind games, Azra. You keep that up. Azra repositioning, getting himself that corner boost, pushing up on Griff now. Looking for the opportunity on the pop, but Griff gets the chip. Tries to bait him in, goes high with the ground air dribble, and outpaces Azra for the net. Yeah, this is going to be back to that pacing. Your overall placement of your car Azra is not too bad. You try to take the midfield a little bit, but you end up getting outpaced because of that depth perception. You're not making the assumption that he's going to go fast on that touch, and it's causing you to get outpaced there in a lot of those breakaways when you start your shadows. You need to assume a bigger first touch, and then punish the softer ones. Damn. Remember, everybody, if you appreciate what Griff is doing here, you're doing just fine being here. But if you don't, you should dislike his channel right now. The disrespectful musties, point blank open nets there. It's not a nice thing to do. I don't know if I was you guys, but if I was in Azra's shoes right now, I would not be happy about the way Griff is treating his viewers. You think of this as like viewer abuse? Azra pops to the side, tries to get around Griff. Griff puts off the backboard, but can't follow it up. Azra might have the chance for the breakaway here, but misses his catch, but still dribbles it to the side, tries to get behind Griff. One quick flick, but not the power he's looking for. Tries to get the punishment on Griff's bad save, but at this point, he just has to recover for the boost grab. Looking for Griff to get the breakaway here, but he gets the drop. And Azra tries to punish, misses the net, but might have the follow-up. Bounces high, unfortunately, for him, off the corner. But still reads the arrow before Griff can get off the backboard. Good punishment. Unfortunately, this should be savable by Griff in the future, so I wouldn't recommend going up for those slow rollers like that. You know, or not Griff, but, you know, your future opponents, they'll be better than Griff, because you're going to become better than Griff here in the next week, as we expect. But overall, good job getting the overall read on that. Good job with the early jump timing. You're very confident in the aerial. That's a great starting point. You just want to make sure that you understand that you can get that sooner rather than later, so you're not floating for that shot, rather than you can just get one immediate shot in. Because if you can't get an immediate shot in, that means it's savable, and it's not worth committing 4 once. Oh, almost. Yeah, really great ideas, Ezra. You're great. You're doing a really good job trying to get possession, but you're not quite finding that ball in the net within that second touch a lot of times.
That was a good challenge.
Yeah, great challenge there. Got it behind Griff. Good job not just diving into it. Great
there
punishment
we go.
for Griff's bad touch. That's a great punish.
Yeah, to be fair, chat, I'm also Diamond 1-1s. So this is not me like smurfing on people. I'm just as bad as everyone else.
Now, if someone wanted to come in and smurf on Griff, though, I mean, you're free to try and demolish him. As we can see, he's a very, very rude streamer here. Must be flicking point blank on his viewers. Who would do such a thing? Like, you know, I could only imagine that, like, the only thing worse would be someone that shoveled on their viewers. Like, God.
Aha.
Yeah, overall, Azra, man, you have a great awareness of where you're supposed to be on the field. You do a good job placing your car, but you're not really good at holding momentum right now. And so a lot of times, even though you're blocking the line of sight for your opponent, you're unable to keep pace with him because your depth perception hasn't really developed yet. I would start by just assuming your opponent's first touches are going to be much bigger than what they currently are. That way you can keep pace on them and actually stay ahead for that overall read in their shot. And then besides that, you actually have awesome choices when you get your free balls and you have a good job lining up what you want to do, but your mechanics are holding you back heavily on those shots. I would continue putting in more time on shooting packs, like especially two-touch shooting packs, where you have to tap it into midfield and then finish it yourself, or just dribble training in general, so you get a catch towards the net. Yes, Derry, anyone can join the lobby.
Yep.
Oh, stolen cola here. I need to kick off. Oh, maybe he lagged?
Yeah, Ginger, you're welcome to get in here.
He might have had a lag spike there or something, or some sort of ping. I doubt that was on purpose. I think he tried to speed flip, but the game just like stuttered. Oh, it happened again. Are his bindings correct?
I don't know.
I was getting some speed flips back, okay. Yeah, isolating on ones is a way to say things, but usually when your opponent goes up the side balls, that makes a lot of sense. If they're on the ground, just isolating yourself makes it really hard to defend a good flick. You generally want to defend ground control or flicks with good shadow defense, staying near the play and ready to cut during the second they drop or during the pickup. So you gotta be careful when you want to go for boosted ones there, Stolen Cola. Solid kickoff. Great kickoff there. Oh. Unfortunate first touch. Couldn't get the read, unfortunately. That's fine. And then, like, during this drop right there, he's getting that flick, Stolen Cola. Great job. Good job getting that after his flick. I would try to be a little more lateral line. So you start to turn in a little aggressively during the flick, and that caused you to shrink the gap a little too quick. Try to keep it as left and right as possible. Like right there, almost happened again, right? As left and right as possible would be my biggest recommendation right now. Yeah, and then there you're just going straight back, and so it's really easy for him to shoot on that. So like in this same case here, like you're just not going quite across the field enough. You're just going straight back to net. Overall, not a bad start though. Your 50s are doing really solid when you're getting them. Just stay confident. Little extreme to go for the side boost there. Good try in the challenge.
So with it, yeah, that was just a flip in the wrong direction. Like the idea to challenge that was great. You should be forcing, like flipping into the ball away from your goal. Here, I'll stop speed flipping. I feel like that's not helpful at this point.
Yeah, you can cut back a little bit for him, see how he recovers.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple of things he needs to work on with just his recoveries right now, but I want to see a bit more of him. I think the biggest thing right now, still in Cola, with what I'm seeing from you, is you heavily overutilize your dodges and dodging mechanic. It's a great way to accelerate when you're low boost or like when you have the opportunity just to have like free space to accelerate. But the biggest problem with like dodging in general is that it commits your car in that direction. And so if you like flip during a bad time or dodge during a bad time, you're gonna end up putting yourself really out of position or make it really hard for yourself to recover. Most important thing to do in general is to keep your car like in momentum and like in the direction you want to be moving, rather than trying to flip in that direction from an awkward landing, facing.
Also, have some confidence on the ball. You know, if you're gonna take the ball, if you're gonna flip into it, then go with it. You know, there you go.
Yeah, stay with your possession in a sense. You know, you can see that Griff is backwards there for a second. Good time to punish him is to do it earlier while he's backwards. But once he turns around, it's a little too late. You know, you have to start giving respect to once he's facing your net. You'll
Yes,
start to get it bit by bit, Kola.
Yeah, the person talking in the background, this is Scholar. He's a Rocket League coach and the other host of the Second Opinion. I can tell you're not using enough e-brake on those turns.
I think for now, he just has to get more confidence with his speed at the moment. Good overall dribble there. Good job staying a part of that touch there, not over flipping. I think if you if you continue doing things like this, you'll start to see a much bigger growth in your ball possession and general shooting opportunities. Because you flipped around a whole lot earlier, you ended up just like that same shot would have just gone off a Griff and you'd have flown right past it, you know? Just generally stay on top of that same kind of mindset. The flipping is really, it's a tool when needed rather than a tool just to use whenever. There you go, then use that boost. Nice slide up. Good try. You definitely got to work on your power shot direction there a little bit. Good try. When the game's over, Stolen Cola, how many hours do you have, or how long have you been playing the game? Just as a question for later. Don't worry about it right now. For now, just keep on doing your best. Keep on trying. Putting in that time. Good try.
Oh, damn it. Flipped wrong.
Nice. Good, great first touch there. Let's try in the read. Close, close, close.
That was a nasty touch. I wasn't even trying to do that. I just like kind of failed.
Yeah. Is Griff a coach rival? He actually does tutorials on YouTube, and actually has some of the best tutorials for like speed flipping, for instance. I don't think I've actually seen a better speed flipping tutorial than his. Really, really in depth and like just well described in general.
Now right here, you should have taken my corner boost. If I'm going for mid, you should have absolutely been taking my boost and then cutting off the play. But instead, you just backed off and went all the way to net. There was no pressure.
Yep. Very similar to the first thing I said in the beginning as well, Stone Cold. It's just like, if you just isolate yourself and go straight back to net, it's really easy for him to dribble on you because he has all that space to think about what he wants to do.
There you go. Good shot. Oh,
Nice try.
bummer.
Nice try.
Hey, you know
How
what?
many hours do you have, Stolen Cola? What's your How long have you been playing the game?
Stolen Cola, let's play one more real quick. Me and you. I'm going to do something. I'm curious about this. I don't know if this is hubris or not, but just try to prove a point that like boost is important, but positioning and pressure is just as much, if not more important. How does it go to the next game? Does it just do it automatically?
Oh, it's because not everyone's ready up.
Oh, all the
Yep.
spectators aren't ready.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Ready up, you filthy spectators. All right. All right, I'm going to run this one more with Cola real quick.
Is it just first person to join the lobby 1v1 sim? We kind of like an order overall, and like the biggest thing is to help people watching Dirty. So you'll get a turn overall. I think you came in after. Did you come in after Trips? I don't remember. I know Siak came in after you though. I think Serpent might came in before you do.
This is going to be weird without boost.
Before Trips after everyone else? Yeah, that sounds about right.
What's going on, Questy? How you doing, man? And thank you, Triforce. I appreciate it. All good effort.
Try to call up.
I mean, your high ping, that's totally up to you, dude.
We could I mean, what region are you? We could
You said he's
change the
Sam.
server. Sam?
Yeah.
Oh. You could put on US West, it would be better for you versus him.
All right, fair enough.
Usually US West is more south and, you know, obviously closer to South America.
Tills, it's a private match named 1v1 space me, and then the password is Griff, one word, all lowercase, Griff.
Good try.
So yeah, I think to Scholar's point, Cola, I think the thing you're struggling is you're really just over relying on those flips, and I think probably honestly what would help you out is some power shot training. That's not fair because that was just a bad kickoff.
No, but yeah, I
Uber
would say
delayed.
power shot training. Work on getting simpler first touches. And again, like a dodge is not going to magically change the direction you're moving, like in other games and things like that. You really want to learn to use the momentum as the game is basically moving in its static motion or its non-dodging motion in a sense. And like we see you overall trying to utilize speed flips to, for your kickoffs and speed flips to get around the field, but you still haven't quite mastered the technique yet. So a lot of your flips are going, more sideways than forward than you want them to be. Or you're trying to utilize a speed flip for a shot, but you flip sideways instead of forward, so you miss the ball altogether.
Good
Like
shot.
that, a great example of only using the flip at the end or where it really matters, and you just focused on getting control from the ground, and that is a far more effective and much harder to reach shot overall.
Absolutely.
Way better placed. Yeah, much stronger shot. I definitely would try to do stuff more like that, and it seems like it's counterproductive because like when you watch pros as a new player, and I'm assuming you're really new to the game, which is why I wanted to know your hours, Cola. But when you watch pros or high-level players as a new player, it seems like they're always flipping around. And so you try to learn the techniques that they're talking about, that they're utilizing, and I just see you overutilizing things like tornado spins, and as well as like speed flips or flipping in general. It's like, yeah, they are utilizing these things, but when you actually break down like how many times you use it per game and they use it, you're on like 3-to-1 ratio on them. You're using it 3 times more than they are, at least.
Also, want to show you what a good like drive challenge looks like here. Oh, I just missed the ball. Because, like, you were backed up way too much. You should be, like, threatening me on every single touch.
Nice.
There you go.
Much better in your read, Stolen Cola. Stay on top of this. Yeah, just keep on doing that. Much better in your challenges. You're reading much better now. Looks like he's typing something or
Potentially.
maybe DC'd. Controller disconnected maybe. I don't know. It's tough to say sometimes.
There you go. Cut the inside, take it towards the goal.
Hold on.
Perfectly done. Now that's the time you want to be flipping into the ball. But don't preemptively flip. You want to flip through the ball, not into it.
Nice. Much better in your recovery so far.
Oh no, you
Just
should have turned
simplifying
that.
your movement that little bit, just that little bit. I can't tell if he's like stopping for some reason or the other, if his controller's DC, and then then it just like worked out. Like, is this kid like 6,000 IQ and he just read that? I can't tell. Nice. Good try. And in the recovery, well done on the recovery. Way better on your recovery there than what you were doing earlier. That's so much better. Good job. Yeah, that's solid. Really tough touch to make there, honestly. You could probably simplify that in the future, but... Oh, definitely need some fast aerial training on that overall. You're single jumping that there. And then besides that, you're also tornado spinning to try and get your nose up and so on. But in reality, you just want to keep it as simple as possible. As simple as possible, keep it as consistent as possible.
Yep, do the right thing, not the hard thing. This is so hard to get power shots without boost. Yeah, see right there? You should have been trying to cut that out of your corner. There you go. Way to punish the position. Yeah, definitely need to lay off the directional air roll. You're a bit too heavily on it. I should not have this much room either. Coming off the wall like that. Good to read the cut. Again, you're backing up. You shouldn't be. You should be pressuring the ball. There you go. Much better.
Satisfactory knowledge? You play Satisfactory, Griff?
I do.
You a big Satisfactory player?
I used to be.
Stonk it up. Lay them all down.
Love Satisfactory. Made a whole video essay about that game.
A video essay about him. Damn, okay.
Yeah, legit. It's one of the best performing videos on my channel.
No, hey, I'll have to watch that one sometime. Good job with it, turning. Like that challenge angle. That's a really good line. Good job not pre-flipping and things like that too. Doing much better. Yeah, just gotta work on those fast aerials. Just work on that confidence. Kind of like Factorio more. I've never actually played Factorio.
I played it for like 20 minutes after playing Satisfactory, and I was like, you know
Private
what?
match 1v1s? Yeah, private match 1v1s, Sairaki. And then basically you're free to join and play between me or Griff, and then have critiques being happen to you while you play if you'd like. The adult version of Satisfactory? I didn't know Satisfactory was a kid's version of a factory simulator game thing. Factory, builder. Overall, huge improvement, Cola, on not flipping as much. I think that's the biggest thing you want to focus on right now, and to make sure you simplify your motions. There's going to be a lot of things you need to do around the field, like decision-making wise, but I think it's going to be a lot easier for you to identify what a good position is once you get yourself more consistent on engaging the ball and just making better first touches by not just, like, flipping around unnecessarily.
GG's, man.
Your recoveries are way better, your challenges are way better, you're much more available for your own plays and so on. Like, you took this game that was like a 4-1, 5-1 situation and brought it into, like, a lot closer. You got a lot more goals in comparatively.
We're just hosting a custom match here. Let me throw it in chat real
Where
quick.
you were struggling to even basically be a part of the play earlier. But yeah, definitely the biggest thing I would say for you to focus on. And like as much as like Griff talks about keeping consistent pressure, that's good to overall do, especially for the long run. But like for now though, if it's going to be overwhelming, especially, just focus on making sure you don't flip as often. Keep your car as simple as possible because it's as efficient and as fast as possible. All right, who's next? Serpanoy?
Serpanoy, come get it.
I think it's Serpanoy. Chop on when I get home in a couple minutes. Sounds fun. That sounds good,
it's
Saraki.
full.
We'll see you get
Okay.
here.
Oh, yeah, I don't have admin private matches, so I'm sure it's all full.
Oh, yeah. So if you've already played, it would be awesome if you actually could just watch from the stream for now, guys. That way we can get more people in that want to play next.
Agreed. Yeah, if you've already played, please exit the lobby.
Yeah. You have the in-person cam from Griff's stream, and I'm doing a fly camera perspective as well. If you prefer fly camera. Good try the chip shot, Serpanoy. Biggest thing whenever you're getting a first touch to set yourself up, try not to flip into your first touch unless you have to get it around an opponent. If you can do any touch without dodging or jumping, that would be ideal for most situations. And then when you actually have to change the direction aggressively, like a good power shot or a chip around somebody or a flick, then you want to use your dodge or flip. Much like there, you had to get it back to his side so you can get boost. Like that was perfectly fine to flip. And then there, perfect. Like you didn't jump into that, so you had a recovery for that shot. That was a great example of what you're supposed to do here, Serpanoy. Awesome job on that, right? You flipped for your challenge because you had to get it off of him. And then once you had the chip on the net, you didn't jump, and you saved the jump until you actually get the shot. Way smoother. Keep that going.
Yep. Just boxed out very well.
Obviously, when you're not jumping to adjust your angles and things, you're going to make bad first touches here and there. But that's always going to be the challenge. You want to get better at this game, or you want to push yourself up, is to continually push that overall first touch to where you don't need to jump as much as possible.
Nice block.
When the ball's in your corner like that, Serpenoid, you ended up turning away and you gave him possession here, but this is your advantage. He can't shoot until you let it roll out like that. You could have had that first touch. You could have chipped around him. Try to be a little more confident in your own corner there, especially when you have like the first touch like that. You know, as long as you don't jump, you can recover faster than he'll get the shot on your net. So just like get that first touch, just don't jump at it, and you'll be perfectly fine there.
And if it 50s, it's more than likely going to 50 off the wall back towards my goal.
Right, because it's in your corner. Now in Griff's corner here, like this is where you don't want to play for the 50. But the demo is a 10 billion IQ play. Good job playing for the demo. See, Serpenoid is just smarter. That's just how it is. His mechanics ain't there, but he's just smarter.
Well, to be fair, we both went for the same boost, so it just worked
out. Yeah, when
out.
he was stealing it, you were being greedy. You should have gone for the ball. You went boost over ball there in your own corner.
Oh, you know, it's my corner.
Honestly, I like the idea, Serpenoid, that you waited for the ball in from his net, but in ones especially, you only want to take shots when your opponent is awkward first. And so Griff was waiting for the same bounce, and since it's at his net, he has initial advantage because all he has to do is touch the ball, but you have to put it in the net. And so as long as he gets 8 touch, he takes advantage there. So he can go a lot faster and be a lot sloppier than you, so it allows him to be a lot quicker. So it's really important that you only shoot that when it's bouncing so like that, when he's awkward. Nice. I like this fake here. And then try to get a little closer for the shadow so he can't pick it up next time. But overall, I like that you're staying in range where you can challenge this. It's a good starting point, but we need to start closer than what you ended up giving him. It's good that you faked it. I like that you didn't dive it when you couldn't shoot it. But definitely have to get him during his pickup. If he already picked it up, that's when it's basically already a goal. Especially when you're starting that close or that much control.
And you should have your finger ready to jump, like at a moment's notice. Oh,
that's good initial pressure there. I like that you made him shoot high because you actually cut in front of it there. That's fine. So again, we're pre-flipping out to give him a lot of space here, so he's getting a big setup. Griff should have gone for a solo, you know what I mean, double tap, flip reset, musty, triple reset, shuffle flick. But instead he went for the Cuxer pinch. So, you punished him for it, but in reality, he should have been punishing you. And so because of that, Griff is actually not a really good mediator of, helping you improve right now.
Thank you. Dick.
A little bounce down. All right. And then take your challenge. Oh, man. Flip the wrong way a little bit here. But overall, if you didn't turn away so aggressively initially, you would have had the beat here either way, and I'd have been very okay with the challenge. But because you turned away to give the space here, you should have continued to give him that space and give him the first touch because you already gave it to him once you turned away, initially speaking.
Mm-hmm. Not to mention, you won the boost advantage off the kickoff. You should have just gone straight for the ball.
Yep. Your advantage. Take that ball next time. Yeah, so now you're giving me the space, so this is fine. You missed the corner boost, unfortunately, but almost got the save. Yeah, if you get that corner boost next time, this is a perfectly fine play. You ended up, you gave him the shot, but it's a kickoff situation. You just have to do what you have to do. And so the boost grab itself isn't too dangerous here. And then if he dribbles and controls it, I mean, it was a loss of kickoff. If you want the safest option possible, you get the catch in midfield and you throw it to sidewall first. But I'm not going to stress that too much at the current skill level we're talking about here. Nice. Good pace. Good confidence there in your corner. And then another recut. Well done. I love that we're not jumping for these first touches right now. Really, really strong. Really powerful. Oh, and then you want to flick it past him, but you haven't really gotten your card position there yet. Yeah, a little more practice on that. I think the way you played this corner was honestly awesome. And then just right here at the end, you're just not used to getting your card in place to get that flick there. But I saw how you wanted to flick it over him. I see what your goal was there. You have the right idea. You just need to practice those quick flicks more. And just put more time into free play and into overall training in general for that. And that'll ice up really well. But great first touch in the corner. Good job taking your challenges, being confident there. That was a really good overall corner play. Yeah, Griff's kickoff was just bigger. It's unfortunate.
You know, for people that don't speed
Yes, yeah,
flip,
he'll play me when you get on. So yeah, he'll be you and me.
I'm gonna try this without speed flipping. Terrible.
Yeah, we gotta adjust that kickoff there for the non-speed flip.
Oh no.
Griff with the big breakthrough. Yeah, that's what happens when you dive an enemy corner like that. When you challenge on his side, he takes advantage on all 50s. So it's really important you don't take any jumps or flips or actual hard 50s in his corner. If you went in sideways and you kind of like, you know, drove and you turned away during the 50 and it was a soft 50, that'd be one thing. But ideally, you just start a faking shadow there and you give him the first touch, then you punish the touch. Nice. Awesome job not flipping on that touch there. Good job hitting it around him. Couldn't get the boost deal though, but you can still keep pressure. A little bit of extra space here. He's getting a bad touch. You could be punishing this a little bit earlier. Good job getting the 50, but ideally you punish him during that first bounce so he can't recover in time to 50 you. And then again, a lot of space here. You could be shoving him back into your corner right now. Good job getting the save, though. Really good on your reads. And then, good job chipping instead of flipping here. And then you have the follow-up. Try to get that side boost next time because you know you can't beat him. And then you'll have a much better chance there. You're not getting the side boost again. Oh, man, you're almost starving yourself at this point. And earlier, I was like, he's doing a good job keeping pressure on you so you can't get boost. But now, you've had 2 good opportunities to get that side boost. Yeah, a little unfortunate. It's really hard not to tunnel vision when you're getting a breakaway play like you just did. And so you got that chip down to his side, but once you got that chip and you have boost to follow it, you should have gone side boost because he couldn't shoot on you either. And so when it's a trade-off where you can't shoot each other, gather your resources first. Keep your overall resources that you have and get that
Ryan,
side boost, keep
play.
that overall long-term pressure on you. Because you can't shoot anyway, so there's no point for you to dive for a shot that's not going to happen. Good speed on your kickoff. Get your boost. Nice. The finish. Good try. See how the recovery comes. Good job using your boost to get back here. Nice. Double flip reset? Oh, Griff, come on.
I just missed
you
it.
You got to flex on the fans, dude.
Good job, Serpenoid.
Honestly, great job adjusting your first touches and not flipping so often. That really cleaned up a lot of your first touches to keep long-term pressure. But then a lot of the things you need to work on now is just understanding where your advantages come in, and then in the same idea, understanding what your advantage is in or what your disadvantage is. So like if you get a chip that you can't follow, you're not gonna get that shot. So let's go gather a boost. Let's cut off that midfield. Let's make sure they can't shoot on us as well. Or in the same idea, hey, I just
Okay.
I haven't played Rocket League much this week, to be honest. Oh, I'm still a Mortalist.
Oh way to hustle the possession. Good flick away. Wasn't able to get his boost, though. He's going to be starved for that one. Now, right there, guys. Huge. Being able to flip through your momentum on a recovery, that is absolutely massive. And that'll be the difference maker between good recoveries and okay recoveries.
He got starved here.
Just bullied him on the goal line 50.
Yeah. Good try overall. I don't know how much boost you had overall, Siak, but if you had another like 12 there, and you could stay ahead of the ball in for my shot just a little bit more, or when I tried to fake behind you, if you engaged me during that time with just like an extra 12 boost, that would have been it. It might have been boost management there for you, but it also could have been that turning.
Oh, good try on the low 50.
Oh my god, almost. Dude, that ball like went below his car, then above his car.
Beautiful 50.
Too.
Excellent.
Good
And see, just that single jump, no commitment, forced him to commit, free ball. Textbook. Just make yourself a wall. There you go. He's not going. Oh, you got up. Yeah, really? Your window was the first bounce. Way to keep possession. Keeping that up. I like the shot attempt. Now for the boost steal. Excellent recovery. Uh-oh. He's awkward. That was good that you still got the goal. I will say you need to work on your confidence in going up a little sooner. Because had
not
he
turning to spinning as often, be honest. That
Yeah.
just has to be a shot initially. And you could probably
Yeah.
single jump that, save the flip, and get a good power on that as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because when you get into higher levels, you don't have time like that off the ball. Good job to stay grounded, not to panic. Stealing all the boosts, maintaining possession. Well done. Flicks a little wide. All right. Near post in. That just happened because Scholar was bad at making saves.
Yeah, 100%. I'm reminding myself right now while I'm not playing Rocket League. It's just ever so tilting bit by bit.
And see, look at that threat. He didn't even have the boost yet. Ooh, good save. Nice work.
Good job.
Way to punish the lack of boost. That was really good. Green, we're all trash, bro. That's why we're here. We're here to learn. Bobbed, I am currently Diamond 2 in ones. Diamond 1, Diamond 2, something like that. Oh, bit of a panic flick. That's going to cost you. Way to get back.
Annoying.
Uh-oh. Way to keep it awkward for him. Ooh, not the touch you're going to want. Oh, man. Good effort on the save, though.
Yeah, that's worth 10. Just a heads up for everybody. If I got him with a shovel flick, it's worth 10. So I'm actually in the lead by 8.
All right, let me adjust the score. Hold on.
Oh, man.
Great kickoff. Oh, no. Okay, good thing it was going in already.
God, I'm so
See-
happy I'm streaming right now, dude, because it's the level of lag that's just like absolute bullshit, but like you don't believe it because like I'm not getting lag symbols, but everything's just jumpy. It's so annoying. It's just every reason why I haven't been playing Rocket League the last 2 weeks.
So, Siak, when you win a kickoff like that, you should be going where the ball's going to go, not where it's going currently. Because right there, you could have easily have missed out on that goal. I mean, it barely went in. I mean, yes, you still got the point and it worked out, but in the future, try and
in
consider,
case it's not
like,
directly in the net, in case it bounces back. It's not always just going to be in every time. You get clean up every time. Oh, my.
There you go. Got the boost. Ooh. There you go. Way to stay close. Cut off the flick. Oh, see right there? That was a chance.
Yep.
There you go. Good punish.
Drop that possession so bad.
Oh, yeah, that was just awkward.
Addition to S style points in the ring. I just didn't get the first touch. I wanted the first, and I wasted my boost on the setup because of it.
It was first come, first
That's just
serve,
from
so
the
whoever just in the queue, basically.
There's just no getting behind the ball right now on a kickoff. So... I'm usually like, well, recently I've only been like Champ 3 GC 1 and 1s, but I also haven't been able to actually enjoy the game recently. So.
Well done. And take note of this. Use the boost to get grounded. Save some for the follow-up. Very simple. Missionary.
Yeah, I know, Jerry. There's nothing I can do about it. The server's just putting me like half a card more on everything. Because, like, and then, like, there, it's just not even giving me the flip in the right direction, unfortunately. Actually, might just be my muscle memory, I don't know, but...
I'm like, do we have a bad server?
No, it's Comcast. It's just Comcast.
Oh.
This happens, like, more days than not when I play, which is why I just don't put hours in Rocket League right now.
Oh, bummer, dude. I'm sorry.
It's it's half the reason why I'm a coach, not a player, to be honest. I can't
Fair
put
enough.
consistent hours when it's like this constantly.
Goes for the double. Oh. Good to prioritize the boost when you notice the threat wasn't there. Now, I want everybody in my chat to notice when Sculler was on CX goal line, he had ball cam off. Couldn't see the ball, couldn't see the player, but he could see the indicator and he could hear whether or not he got a touch or jumped.
I think I actually had ball cam on during that time. I think it's just like a spectator bug.
Really?
Yeah, I think
Oh.
I flicked off and it didn't flick it back on for you guys.
Oh, okay.
Good shot.
Ooh.
Good power.
Sculler, do you need me to defend your honor?
No. I didn't lie. I was just slow to read it.
That's all good, brother. Now it's the battle of the recoveries.
Sick.
Oh, Lord. How'd that not go
Sick.
in?
Zach didn't shoot it. He just chose not to.
Pulled the lag switch out.
Yeah, Comcast's always doing that to me, apparently.
Cucked by the ISP. Oh,
overshot
no.
that.
Let's blame the Porsche. New car
So anyway,
jitters.
thankfully I got my shovel flick, so I still won by 3. But, you know, like...
Fair.
No, honestly,
He
I
did have the
Sam's gotten
shovel.
so much better since he first came on my stream a long time ago. I'd love to actually give him a real 1v1. I feel like
That was
I don't know if I'd actually beat him right now, but like, oh man, I just wish I wasn't flicking. I just wasn't stuttering so much, so I'd actually be able to not be tilted at myself. Unfair to know how to shovel flick. That's your fault, too, actually. Um,
ultimate fire starter. You want a fire starter?
Unfortunate for Siak. I wasn't able to really give much of an example for him to work on anything. Sorry, Siak. Always get you back in the future. Anyway, now ultimate fire against Griff. Solid recovery for the kickoff there. Good job getting ahead of him again. Love the patience to stay on top of him. Really solid. And then you use the boost to keep on top of it. Good try. Yeah, the recovery on your flip back to corner wasn't the fastest. And at the same time, too, anytime you leave the ball, you do have to expect the opponent to take their opportunity to get that shot as well. And so, whenever you have the advantage to get the ball back to your corner with that boost grab, you should take it back to the corner with you after the kickoff there. Saraiki, actually Griff is champ in 2s and 3s, so he should be a pretty good practice for you overall. Good save, Griff. I like that you're staying ahead of his wall shot of your ultimate. Great choice on that. You read the low shot. Good job. Great job just keeping yourself grounded. Really efficient overall. Bad at all for you, though. But great efficiency in your choices overall. You're doing really good with that, so you don't overcommit yourself. That challenge in the corner, though, could have gotten you if Griff was a better shooter. Gotta be careful in the enemy corner there not to overcommit a low challenge, even like that, where you try to 50 him or bump him, because he took you up the sidewall and that slowed you down a lot. Good try the ceiling setup. Good job getting the pressure faking. Great challenge, too, on the blind side. Good punish, Griff. Yeah, couple your overall cuts and things, like you're doing a good job keeping pressure and like keeping yourself in a line to get engagement. It's just that when you end up challenging, it's not always a good or guaranteed 50, and you end up pushing straight through the player or straight through the challenge, and that causes the opportunity for basically the 50 to go bad into your net with a really slow recovery on you because you end up behind the play. But if you turn that into more of a lateral challenge or force when they have possession and get them on like more against the sidewall, push them into the sidewall instead, you'll should have a faster recovery in case you lose that 50. And generally speaking, you'll usually shove the ball into sidewall 2 for the 50, so it'll be away from your net at least. What's up, Christian? W content. Thank you, Christian. Appreciate that. How you doing today, Chris? Should. A bit earlier than that fake next time when you know you're going to give him the shot, but overall, good job not just diving him in the corner. Good try bumping on your blow through there. That was a great choice. Good sideways challenge. Right into that sidewall, right? Then it goes to your advantage. Good try. And then you're keeping ahead of him. Good boost steals. Love the long-term pressure. Good bump. I don't know if that was on purpose, but good job with the bump. Cover here solid. Savage, dude. This guy's a menace. Yes, good shows the bump when you couldn't get in front of the ball. Also, Firestar is actually a billion IQ level player here. The man just knows that if Griff can't shoot it, he can't get scored on. And honestly, that is the #1 way to defend when you can't be in the net. Could definitely work on that first touch a bit. Threw away possession a little bit. You did force Griff to a more awkward shot and made him waste boost, but you also didn't really get possession for yourself, and you did end up just giving him a shot, which isn't ideal, even though it is tough. Good try trying to starve, and then again cutting in there, right? You're pushing straight through. You're almost coming in a little late on that. Always try to like preface if you're like in the midfield frame or on the sidewall, and basically engage based on those kind of terms. When you're at the sidewall there, you're going to be slower than his overall shot, and so you have to stay more ahead of him. You can't just cut directly into it. Meanwhile, when you're midfield, you know, it's really easy for him just to shoot behind you and things like that, so you have to be a little more direct, a little bit quicker. Good recovery here. Good job identifying you didn't have the shot anymore, too. That made it a lot quicker for you to get that recovery. Did you get it? Oh, almost. Yeah, you overflipped in that first touch for the follow-through there, ultimate fire, so you end up just, like, having a slow recovery for the shot, allowing Griff to demo you during that shot opportunity, and that's what ended up causing you not to be able to follow it up in time.
Yeah, good punish.
Good shot. Good punish there. Yeah, one-touch shooting in general, guys, for all of you guys watching here, most important thing in ones to learn overall. And even in, like, 2s and 3s, this is a great punishment opportunity in 2s. Decent power, just fast enough so they can't catch up to it. It's like, if you can at least hit that baseline right there, you get a lot of goals for free across the area. Eris teammate Christian? Yeah, this is the Christian that's teaming with Eris first hero. Cyraki, what's the order right now? Is Cyraki next, or is it Serpent?
Sure.
Serpent already went.
Yeah, Serpent.
What's your name? Are you already in the lobby, Cyraki? Oh yeah, I see you here. I think Zero Chance hopped in before you, and then who else hopped in? I think that might be it. I think it might be Zero Chance, and then you can play Griff next, Cyraki. Oh no, Trips You Up. Trips You Up hasn't played yet. If Trips You Up is here, he's actually next, and then it'll be Zero Chance, and then Cyraki, I think. And then after that, it's either Oms or Nutso. I don't know which one. Cook tomorrow? Yeah, damn right, Christian. I'm gonna cook all you guys. Y'all getting cooked extra crispy. Oh, the BM. He's taking the sidewall. He wants the double flip reset. Ceiling musty triple. Oh, couldn't find it though. Yeah, overall, to 5-star, your decision making, your pacing is really solid. You're doing a good job on that. A couple of your first touches, you do pre-flip them a little bit, but not most of them. Most of them you're doing not too bad. I'd say the biggest thing is, one, your challenges end up being a little all in or all out. So you basically are like faking out to like basically give them the free ball, and that ends up putting you outside the net sometimes. Or when you are challenging, you're going all in to where, like, if you lose that 50, it's guaranteed in your net, but you're not taking like the middle area with shoving to sidewall very often, right? And you did do it once where it was really good. You shoved it sidewall and like closer to his corner, and you got it back into midfield where you had advantage because you took a soft challenge on him, had a really fast recovery. And so there are a couple of times you're getting advantage on it, but not every single time. And so really not too bad, but I definitely would say those direct challenges need to be worked on a little bit. And then besides that, definitely want to think about the first touches, right? If every first touch is a flip, then you can't follow it up after the flip, right? You have to recover first, which takes a lot more time. So trying to minimize some of your engagements when the opponent is pressuring you to just just not jumping at all. So that way, if they do 50 you, it's already on the net anyway. And if they don't 50 you, you're getting a much better follow-up. You probably should put a space between me and password there.
I know. That was a goof.
Yeah, that's a goofy one. But I guess if as long as Trips You Up is here, you should definitely go next Trips You Up. I think you're supposed to go this last one, but we weren't really paying attention. So if Trips You Up isn't here, then it's Zero Chance and then Cyraki. There we go, Trips You Up. Awesome. Trying to learn wall dashes at your current standing?
It's a vanity mechanic.
Honestly, Siak, if it doesn't take you more than a day to understand it, and then you just practice on the side, then you can totally do it. If you're spending more than a day really training and putting it in, I would say it's not the most important thing for you right now. I would work on your catches and wall to air dribble control, wall control in general. Ball control off the wall, off the ceiling, things like that. Become way more efficient on following up your first touches from any location on the field. You definitely have a couple of weak areas where you're a little slow off the wall or you're a little awkward off this location, kind of stuff like that. Good try, Trips You Up. I like that you kept you know, some distance, but the biggest thing is you gave yourself an opportunity for you to challenge where you felt most comfortable, and that's a good starting point, trips you up. But Griff's weakest spot, where he's going to give you the most opportunity to challenge him, is at the beginning of his overall play. When he makes that first touch in his corner, you want to be ready starting from there. And so when you say at side boost, when he's starting in corner, you're making it really hard for you and really easy for him. That challenge right there is like the greatest example of like what I just said, except you really dove into something that wasn't that beneficial. Definitely want to stop your first touch next time if you can, or the same I did, just bump Griff, because I'll just get you a free ball. But that dive there worked because Griff's first touch is his weakest opportunity, or the weakest spot for him. And that's basically for all players. The first touch is always going to be their weakest moment in like 99% of situations. Definitely some players, it's like their second or third touches, they get really, really high. But for most of the people here and most of the things we're going to be talking about, it's always going to be that first touch. Great chip shot. And you follow it? Oh, good try, good try. Good bump. Almost the catch. Not ideal though. Yeah. The idea I think you had there was to get like a catching chip touch towards his net. If you got that, that would have been just fine. I think your mentality's in the right place. But you also came in reverse, and because you're in reverse post bump and so on, it's really risky and it's tough for you to get that mechanically speaking because you can't accelerate very fast in reverse. You have much control in reverse, just because of the way the game works. Like your car doesn't have that much opportunity. So generally speaking, it'd be better for you just to give that up because Griff can't shoot either. So you could have repositioned and punished Griff instead, and then continue that pressure long term, and that would have gotten you a goal opportunity. Can you finish it here? Nice try, nice try. You're almost there for the shot. Really good try on the first setup there, setup touch. If you could shoot on the first touch next time, that'd be ideal. I like that you're playing away from Griff rather than just playing into him blindly. Good job. You fake him to go low. Good try. I like the ideas. You're keeping it really simple. You're keeping your recoveries up because of it. This is a really good start here, Trips. Good pump, Griff. Oh, yeah, that's the flip right there we've been talking about this whole time there, Trips. If you could chip that instead so you can get a pop on it and then turn to the wide of it because you didn't flip, then flip and shoot it on the net, that would have been a lot more potent. But instead, you flipped on the first touch, you just threw it into sidewall, and that just allowed Griff time to recover. Good catch. Nice punish. Good shot there. But yeah, especially on your breakaway and defense, if Griff isn't challenging you, get that chip to play around him first, then follow with your flip or your power shot. Just a white screen. I don't think... Yeah, flood. It's not a white screen for him. Maybe you have an ad blocker on that's messing it up, Crow. Your kickoff. Not so quick after Saraki? I think so. What mechanics are we working on tonight? What mechanics are you working on tonight, Griff?
No mechanics in particular.
I'm working on the what's it called again? The licks jump. How many people know what the licks jump is? It's just like a... Do you know what the licks jump is, Griff?
Oh yeah.
Type 1 in chat if you know what the licks jump is. Some people from my chat might know what it is.
So right there, on your first touch, because I'm stuck on your back wall with no boost, you should not have jumped into that ball. You should have just waited, catched it on the ground. There's another big one too. Don't use mechanics you're not comfortable with if you don't have them consistently.
Yeah, and ones that's always going to be a big, cutoff for you as a player in general. I would say overall, if what it comes down to in this place, like if you want to try something, by all means do it. But especially when you're playing ranked, try to keep yourself, like earlier, you're playing a really simple game of ones, and you're putting a lot better pressure on Griff's net because of it. And then, it's like this right here, right? You wait for it to get lower, and then you just beat him on the ground where you have the advantage because you had a better recovery than he did. Liquid jump? Valid. Yeah, okay, so yeah. The broken reset? Yeah, the broken reset. We'll call it that. I will say though, when you're getting a sloppy connection to the servers, it's really hard to even contemplate a licks jump when you're setting up on the sidewall. Oh man. Oh, good try, good try. I like your wide line to the fake there. That was a really smart way to do that, Trips.
Good job keeping possession.
Yeah, take it back to your own side here. I like that you're not flipping off the wall to get that first touch either. Keeping your possession here, really good. To the down pressure back to the shadow. And then get the save. Well done. Good defense here. Good job trying to hit it behind him like that. Careful about that flip though there, because if you mess up that touch, he's going to get a free goal on you because you don't have any boost to recover. Uh-oh. You don't have enough boost to shadow that slow. Good try, good try. I like that you're keeping pressure there. Just make sure you give yourself a little bit more space or focus on a couple more 12-pack collections before you stop and stand still like that. Overall, though, a couple of things were definitely really good. Some of your decision making is really solid. I would say biggest thing that held you back this game was definitely your shooting accuracy. There's probably 2 or 3 free goals you could have gotten with just some better shooting, more time in training packs, just shooting packs in general. But the other biggest thing is your breakaways. Probably another goal or 2 just by not flipping when you're trying to get a breakaway and you have a free ball, you know?
100%.
Simple things like that.
Yeah, just making those simple like intentional touches. Not warmed up, but don't worry about it.
It's all right. Griff is never warmed up. He's an old
Never.
man. He's basically constantly cold.
Yeah, don't get beat by the 34-year-old.
Yeah, perpetually cold, man. Strong kickoff on Griff here. Yeah, no, definitely Crow. Like, going for mechanics that you haven't really mastered yet is like the number one reason why most people get scored. And I'm not even gonna lie, it is like the biggest thing until you get to like upper SSL ones. Yeah, I know my roast on Griff there about him being an old man is definitely RKO worthy. Thank you, Crow, for noticing. Oh, Griff, too much space, Griff. I hope he punishes you here.
Oh, I
That's what I'm
backflip.
talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You should punish him for that. Good job of utilizing space here. 0 chance to go kind of high with it. Your recovery after the chip wasn't the quickest because you were a little afraid to use your boost, and you're getting your nose verticals a little slow as well. I definitely would work on pulling back before that first jump, so you get that nose up earlier after said touch.
I felt like an air dribble bump attempt.
Yeah, very well could have been, but he still has to get closer to the ball initially, so that way it's feigning the air dribble bump. Because if you just went straight for the save, you would have dusted it before he even got the bump on you. Nice shot. Good job standing still in that midfield, just keeping that pressure. You know, if he wants to fake it and leave, that's his problem, not yours. Good job. Big confidence.
Yeah, it was an air dribble bump.
Yeah, definitely got to work on the recovery speed then, so you can end up getting onto that bumper a little bit earlier. We're staying ahead of it. I'm still going to stand by that Griff could have easily verticaled up if he just had better overall defensive positioning and could have easily popped it behind his net before you got the bump on him. Good recovery here, though, for that chip to backboard and follow through.
It was definitely a boost standoff, and I just missed it.
Yeah, a little tough there sometimes.
Right?
But yeah, good simple touches for the guys that we were talking about earlier, like the last game, and also I forgot his name, but like notice how 0 chance there, stand on the ground, got a chip in front of the net, and then followed it with a flip afterwards to get the finishing shot. Right, the first touch starts with a chip. It starts with a simple touch that you can guarantee the goal. And then ideally, he just chips it in the net initially if you have the lineup. But that's not very easy to do as you're learning the game and getting your perspectives in or your depth perception.
And he played this perfect as well. Like, didn't panic.
Yep,
Like,
kept it pretty straight and simple. Now, if you're in a grip situation here, though, instead of trying to take the 50th sideball where the enemy can't shoot it and you can't shoot it, it's better for you to fake him and make the enemy throw away ball so you get it back in your corner. If you take possession of your own corner, you take the advantage, and that allows you to get the breakthrough instead with possession. And you know that the opponent can't dive you either, or he can, but it's going to be really bad for his 50 if you have controlled low 50s.
my kickoffs are trash right now.
Yeah, I know, 0 chances, giving you 0 chance.
I mean, 100%.
He's laying it down hard right now, and he's putting the pressure on. You got to me when it feels like the ball thumps me when trying to hit it. Like like, are you jumping for it or are you on the ground? What do you mean it's thumping you? I imagine you're talking about an aerial slug. No, Griff taking his 1 chance here. 0 chances ain't gonna let that happen again, though.
Easy there, Serpenoid.
Just because Griff has one of the greatest videos on speed flips ever doesn't mean he's actually good at them.
I just like to note, nothing fancy about these flicks I'm doing. They're all front flips.
Yep. Simple flicks are best flicks. They get you recovered earlier, and at the same time, too, they're really consistent. And the biggest thing about shooting or keeping pressure on anyone in general is consistency. Consistent possession, consistent net pressure, all the way through. The more you try to make something happen now, the less likely it's actually going to happen, because it's really hard to be on offense in this game. Just straight up, like, even on RLCS, it's way easier to become really good at defense than offense. That's why, generally speaking, when goals come in, it's less that someone's peaking and more that someone messed up. Specifically on defense.
And right there, I purposefully did not go for mid boost because that would not have given me the line I needed to make that shot.
Yep, ball over boost, guys. Simple rules of thumb. Good try on the low 50 there. Are you going to fall too? Great finish there. Yeah, so if you're a Griff here, guys, you got to be careful about recovering towards the like that and faking in your own corner, because that low 50 from your own corner like that's really tough to get. You actually want to directly challenge into your sidewall, into your corner, rather than shadowing your own corner. Is there a chance? Good try. Good job with the patience here on Griff. And what Griff did here is, because he was already back post, you can't just close the gap whenever you want. So Griff did the right thing where he kind of baited in first and gave a little bit of pressure so Zero Chance would start his play. And then he backed off and gave Zero Chance the shot and did his best to read it. Zero Chance flicked it over net, so Griff took his free counterattack, right? And that's similar to what I did against Siak as well when I had a great challenge and got the dunk for the shot on net. Siak had me dusted at the midfield. He had completely dusted. So I was at net and I just let him kind of set up his play. Once he crossed over that center line where I knew he couldn't shoot it or his shot was awkward, then I engaged him. But if Siak shot it, I just had to wait for the shot. And so really my defense was in the hands of Siak there. Similar to what Griff there as well. If Zero had a really good shot on net, Griff would probably just have to give him that shot. That's just what it is. Which is why it's so important that we talk about this whole time about pressuring earlier or not going straight to net, but instead keeping pressure on the opponent. Because once you're in net, the goal's in their hands. It's hard to play mechanically on offense, but it doesn't mean that they're at a disadvantage. It just means that it's harder to do it. Nice. The immediate pressure from Zero Chance here. Exactly what we're talking about, right? Rather than going back into space, literally just like, oh, Griff wants to dribble it? I'm going to 50 this dribble right in front of his net. It's like, it's his advantage, right? And if Griff slowed down and dribbled it down towards the sidewall or kept it a little more under control, and tried to push it straight down the field, Zero Chance would be right there to punish him for that chip around him. He'd be right there to get that low 50 so to keep it on his side, or really just to bump Griff off or whatever has to happen. A great example of why you just got to stay a part of the play, because a small mistake like Griff's dribble there turns into a free goal. Good reposition on Zero Chance to the challenge. Griff's first touch was just too big, right? So he got the punish. Good finish. Good shot.
Yeah, this guy's doing right.
Yep. It started close, and then he improved. And then nice. Solid low 50. Nice. Good challenge on Griff. And then Zero Chance didn't flip into that because he knew he couldn't shoot. Then his recovery is much faster. Gets the punishment. Yeah, great job on not diving into the low 50 there. Zero Chance was awkward. And then Griff was starved, so he tried to play for the boost, and then, like I talked about, putting the ball behind him kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
He shot it in his own corner, turned back around in the corner, and then Zero Chance took the shot. Good try, good try. that over the overall, there's zero chance. I feel like it's gonna be a fast aerial situation. You're in front of Griff's shot. You are keeping yourself in good enough pace where you can double jump aerial to get on top of that. But because you single jump and tried to flip into it, you ended up being a little too slow. Go for any touch. Don't try to get a perfect touch. Get any touch above your net there, and that should give you the recovery opportunity you're looking for. Simple two-touch ground to air dribble, solid jump.
Yeah, and that was just me not going. The moment he jumped, I should have been in the air right there.
Also, 360 drift turns, never do them. It's only going to be a detriment to you. It's not going to assist you. Don't do 360 drift turns.
Talk to me?
Yep.
Oh.
And also anyone that does them like you did there.
Good job cutting off the double.
Good recovery on backward. Goes for boost. That's fine. I think you could have pressured and gotten the side boost against Griff. There's your chance, but if you want to take the safer option, I'm very okay with that. I'm usually not against people taking safer options. You know that Griff was awkward too, and you didn't feel comfortable with the shot, so very okay with that. Good challenge, good cut. Again, Griff's first and second touch is going to be his weakest moments, and that's when zero chance is taking his opportunity.
Yeah, spotting those weaknesses, those loss of controls between touches.
Yeah, it's massive. And I say first, second touch, but that is literally for everyone you play against.
Mm-hmm.
No, sorry, Rocky. You're gonna 1v1 Griff. Zero chance is just gonna rotate out. If zero chance wants to come back around though and play against me next time, you're very free to do that though.
Well done.
Yeah, solid overall game. A couple of small adjustments there, I think, for this like corner or sidewall challenges. I can't remember exactly what it was. It happened really early in the game. Then you ran away with it. Yeah, definitely zero chance. I don't remember what the mistakes were in the beginning that I commented on, but like, yeah, a couple of little things.
Here's the other thing too. There is a psychological pressure versus a physical pressure that you can exert on the Rocket League field. When you're up in goals, your opponent's pressure to score goes up exponentially with each goal you're up on them. So you can really actually exploit that even more.
They are more likely to dive on your side of the field than anywhere else because of that, as an example. Like that is the initial psychological pressure there. And so if you're to let them kind of play it to your side but force them into the corner, they are more likely to dive in your corner than before because you're up 2 goals. Good dribble, Saraki. Nice
flick.
Yeah, gave a little too much space there, Griff.
Yeah, my recovery was piss poor.
Oh, yeah. I just noticed that flip there. Me and a buddy joined the 1v1s? Yeah, of course, Crow. Of course. Anyone can join. Except for Habs. He's going to beat me up. Especially the way I'm lagging too today. I can't do that. If I wasn't lagging, I'd actually love the 1v1 Habs right now, but...
Great save. Good job coming just back straight on the ball.
100%.
Taking the time.
Did you ever commit the shot there? I was really looking.
Yeah, my recovery into the goal was bad. I just missed my flip cancel.
Man, you're just burned right now, man.
I
you gotta
know.
get the recovery's back in order. You're cooked. That's what happens when you play most of the games of the night. Good job recovering that, though. The boosts, and then... Give him a shot. Good try, Saraki. So, one thing first, Saraki, is in Griff's corner here, when he's coming down the backboard, he can't get a big, powerful shot on that, so that's when you want to close the gap to start your shadow, rather than just waiting at side boost comparatively, where you just give him the full setup, right? This is what we're talking about earlier, like against Zero Chance versus Griff, where it's like Zero Chance would just pressure that on his first touch, and then punish him for it, right? And you just gave space at the side boost. And then after that, when you gave him the dribble to your side, you gave him almost the midfield there because you stood in front of it, rather than getting in front of his shot, or where he was going to shoot it, which is like more closer to midfield, or across the field, or across the center line, basically. And so when he just accelerated that shot last second behind you, it was really hard for you to stay ahead of it to get the save. Yeah, good job closing the gap there. And the fake was really nice. And you punish that? Well done. Yeah, much better job of the overall pressure there. And then you just got to work on that shot, and you got that goal right there for sure. Nice shit. Good long-term pressure. For everyone that was watching, this is what we've been talking about all day. Basically, the chip here after this backboard bounce, right? He just chips it behind Griff instead of jumping, so he gets the immediate punish shot right here. Massive, right? And that's just gonna be that we're just gonna be reiterating that all day for especially people that are below the overall skill level of Griff and so on, because he's basically, you know, the bar that you're trying to reach right now. But like, it's not insane mechanics that Saraki pulled off there. It's just a simple chip shot and then followed it up afterwards with a simple jump, you know. But oh yeah, great adjustment so far, Saraki, and closing that gap during that awkward time for Griff. They give the sidewall here, awesome job. Oh.
Faking.
You know what, Saraki? If Griff shot that, you saved it. If he shot it, you saved it. That's all I'm gonna. Good try. This is why we don't want to be too close to backboard whenever we're shadowing, getting ready for that next save. Because if you have to roll off that backboard, it's really hard for you to recover. So like you see like really high level players like SSLs and above and so on, they'll utilize that backboard and still get the save. They're insane. Like they're just nuts. Don't try to copy them yet. You know what I mean? Work your way up mechanically, build up your basics, and then do that later. But if you stay grounded there, your opponent's just as likely to make a mistake as you are to get the save.
And for the record, when you're going for goal line shots like that, low jumps help hit the ball down towards the ground.
Griff is like Diamond 1, Diamond 2 in one slug. Nice. Love that you're utilizing the space here, Saraki. A little aggressive to go for your corner boost, but Griff ended up being too gapped either way. We have to be careful. Faster recovery on Griff there will get you beat to that ball because you went for the full boost. Good demo pressure. Awesome job on that. Chip high on him while he's low. Good try. Good recovery on that, Griff. Little hit back to side. Good job trying to keep possession. Let's make sure you don't lose it in front of the net. Good backboard recovery. I got a little scared there when you shipped that, but great job recovering it. Little chip. Nice. Love the ball control there. Almost, Griff. Yeah, great ball control here. Good job hitting it behind Griff on your first touch, so he had to fake away from you. And then again, shipping it behind him again, so you had time to get that higher ball, right? Really good work on that. Great ball control there. It's really well executed.
And it was simple.
Flug, you could always jump in, of course, Flug. Yeah, it's simple too. Yeah, right. Like everyone watching, he didn't flip for those. He wasn't jumping. He was just driving into the ball, right? And it's crazy to say because we're calling it simple, but like to be honest, one of the hardest things in this game to learn is the depth perception to do that with proper timing. And you're going to have to if you really want to scale up. You want to make sure that you're as efficient as possible, which is playing as simple as possible. Against Sairaki here, just driving into the ball. Griff gave too much space. Literally falling apart from the things that we're telling everyone else not to do. You know, you can just show that coaches are sometimes the biggest hypocrites.
No, 100%.
That's just what it is. We don't spend time training, we spend time analyzing. It's your guys' job to train as the players. We're just here to make sure you're training the right things.
Oh, right there.
Oh, right there. Griff says it. Work on your shooting patterns, but he doesn't.
Honestly, what that was is I didn't take my time. I panicked and flipped early and then hit the ball into the wall.
Yeah. Well, since actually, if Robin's here, Heps, if you and Ramen want at 1v1, and I'll watch you two 1v1, then I can just comment on both of you. You guys can do that too. Or if Swords is still here. I don't know if Swords is still here. He hasn't commented in a while. Lobby info is 1v1 space me, and then password is Griff. Basically Griff, as you see Grifflicious name. Good try the bumps, Saraki. Whenever you go for bumps like this in the game, because you started really early in this series with a bunch of bumps, you know, it's like they start to predict it more, and even at the same time too, sometimes the servers didn't give you the demo there, even though you're going full speed. So you got to make sure that you always put yourself in an opportunity
yeah,
you can still get the ball.
The live stream will be available.
When the ball's left like that, because Griff is recovering awkwardly, play the ball first. Just get out of the way first. And unless if you're on land, bumps can be a little sketchy sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. the game right now? Alright, that's fine. Good job getting back to your corner, Saraki. Good job.
Way to stay in front of that.
Solid first touches. Great job getting that behind him. Then you keep the pressure. Great commitment. Good job. Good fake. Reverse challenge? Alright. I'll read it. Good shit. Nice chip.
What a punishing touch.
Nice shot. Good shot. Good job
Well
with the
done.
one-touch shot. Like I was mentioning earlier, like twos and ones. If you just get good power shots like this sometimes, it really plays out. And then for anyone watching Griff's POV there, it's just the overdrift. If Griff just stayed a lateral line, knowing you couldn't engage that yet, he could have easily turned back out and gotten the save. He just ended up overdrifting back into the play, trying to snap in. You don't want to be snapping in. You want to basically make these smooth adjustments on the way in. Even with drift turns, you're only tapping the drift turn or only slightly holding it to get yourself like no more than a 90-degree turn. Griff went like a full 135 or almost a 180, and that caused him to lose a lot of his momentum and also overcommit. It's alright, Tech. We could literally slow down a little bit, or like what Griff did earlier for somebody is he played with no boost, so that way you could like outpace and kind of get an idea of what it was, and we just focus on your positioning and things like that. Alright. I like the distance you give you, Saraki. Be a little careful when Griff misses in the corner there and not try to over-engage backwards like that, because you end up putting yourself outside of your nets or outside of the line for the shot on net. So if Griff recovered that into an immediate shot, it could have been really dangerous for you.
Well done.
Just dribble. Good control on that. Robin, you want a 1v1 Griff? Dude.
And look how simple this was. Only used air roll to adjust. Textbook.
Griff is like diamond 1-and-1s, Robin. Yeah. If we had Heps or Swords, honestly, Robin, I wouldn't mind 1v1ing you either, but I've been lagging today pretty hard. We could give it a try in a little bit, in a couple of games, honestly, Robin, if you want. But if we have Heps or Swords on right now, like literally just have them 1v1 you instead, and I can just comment on that.
So for the record, you would have made that save had you went infield pads instead of mid boost.
100% Ginger. Yeah, no, we could definitely have Griff not play with boost if you want, if you feel more comfortable on that. I feel like as Plat 1 and 2 though, you might be able to keep up a little bit, so we'll just have Griff do it as he sees fit, if he feels like it's necessary or not. Gotta mold my defense. I avoid it. But yeah, definitely. If you prefer that, like Griff or someone who plays with no boost, you get a chance to kind of get the feeling of like spacing and so on, and you can outpace them instead. If you're scared, like mechanically, or there's a gap, we definitely do that as like a starting point for some of these games.
That was an absolutely class dribble.
Yeah, definitely. For your question earlier, Tech, I don't know what rank the player was earlier. We kind of just like identified that they're like unable to keep up pacing wise, and so Griff just gave them the boost advantage. All right, so that was I can't remember the name. That was Nutso.
Saraki.
Oh, Saraki. That's right. So then now it's Nutso, I think. Or Alms.
Not so quick. Whoever wants it, honestly, either or.
Yeah, I'd say between Nutso and Alms if either one of you are here. But I think Nutso before Alms and then Alms and then Ginger.
Mm-hmm.
Nutso's
all right.
So
whoever's spectating, please ready up. If you can.
It's actually just Ginger. Ginger, if you can click ready, that'd be ideal. Thank you.
There we go.
Ginger.
And just for the record, the reason that I was wanting to do this tonight is not because like I'm some 1v1 god. I am mid as possibly can be. But at my rank, my games either go between I'm against people who are really good or make a lot of wild mistakes. And so I just wanted to just basically take some time to talk about, like, what are the common mistakes in ones? What are things you could be doing better? Both myself and everybody else.
Yeah, ones is definitely an interesting game mode, especially in the diamond and champ range. I have never seen more like GC capable mechanical players in diamond and champ ones, like all the way through. It is unbelievable to me. But it's just like a matter. It's a whole different game mode, and like literally somebody that's more passive. Because like even at GC, let's say, like a GC one capable mechanics, they're missing a lot of their solo plays, and they're just over solo playing, and that's all. And if you just sat in net and just let them miss the shot, you get the free goal afterwards. It's a really easy shot to make. Oh, Swords is back. There we go. Swords, if you want to 1v1 Ramen, and then I'll just comment on your guys' 1v1. Ramen wanted to join in. So as long as we have a fair partner for him, because like honestly, I'm lagging right now, and otherwise I'd love to.
There you go. See the weakness.
You try that challenge not so quick. Careful on the enemy's side there though when he has possession like that, because you get overcommand. You can see how hard it is for you to get back to net. Really important that you get a softer challenge or a way that gets you sideways, so that way you can end up recovering quicker on that, or have more momentum on your recovery too. Oh, can you get the? Good try, good try. And then grip for the finish. Nice, good recovery there. Good job getting back not so quick. I like that we're not jumping off the wall. Simple chip shot, okay. Good try, good try. I like a lot of the distances you're giving yourself not so quick. You're making it as easy as possible for yourself. The only thing is like you end up stopping a lot of the times and going through that. And in offense too, like you gave yourself distance and you got yourself close than other players were, but you're almost committing straight in. You're not shadowing. You're not keeping pressure over a period of time to find a shot of touch that you can punish. You're just picking one, and that's like your make or break, you know? And so it's like all Griff has to do is get over that one touch opportunity, and it's really obvious because you're just facing it.
And also, when you make challenges like that, turn your car more laterally. Like,
Left
going
to right
at
motion.
it. Yeah. Like, being head on that challenge is okay, but, like, roll your car to the side. Make yourself as big as possible. Make it far more difficult for my ball to go in.
Yeah, don't worry about the kickoffs. They're just going to happen. It's got to move past those. Nice. Good job faking here, so you can punish the next touch. Great job with the spacing. Great interception there. Griff got some good bumps on you, but you're keeping pressure on his side, which is much more valuable. And then, good boost grab. Oh, you missed the touch, though. Almost the recovery, too. Yeah, much better overall here, not so quick. You kept the pressure on his side. You got him on his bad touches there, so you didn't just commit for one and then lose it, right? So now you have the chance to overall get it, but you just lost the possession there in the corner. That's it. But overall, you had the opportunities for free balls, and that's what matters there. Much better overall.
Even just chipping it up off the back wall, like away from your goal.
These kickoffs are not playing out for Nutso. Definitely gotta work on these kickoffs, Nutso, at some point. I'm gonna watch your POV in this next one. I'm gonna see what I can see from it. Alright, so biggest thing in your kickoffs, Nutso, you're landing really late, so you end up taking the challenge from beneath the ball, but you have to hit it through center of gravity, more center of the ball. So either flip earlier or just take out the flip and just go for the dunk. Like that'd be my two recommendations. You either gotta flip earlier or just go for the dunk instead.
Also, if you're gonna do a flip pop touch like that in the midfield, make sure that when you do, you're positioning yourself towards the boost you want to go to. Because like you had a really great idea with that, making it awkward for me to just not have the ball, but then you completely dipped out on grabbing mid boost.
Almost a really good idea there as well. They're not so quick. If you had a faster recovery, you could chip that around Griff. At the same time, though, you could have just caught it and flicked over him as he engaged, and that would have given you a really good opportunity as well. Nice low 50 here. I like the boost grab. Good chip on Griff to get behind you. Get your chance. If you're not committing, once the ball's awkward like that and you're basically pacing yourself, you may as well just reposition like you were earlier. Rather than just trying to 3-point turn that, because that, like, one big touch on a 3-point turn is going to get you scoring.
Yep, and right there, what just happened is exactly what will happen 9 times out of 10. Somebody will hit it up the wall, and it's going to go behind you, and then you're stuck trying to figure out how to get back behind the ball.
Using speed flip on camera. That's fine. Yeah, we can do it, Oms. What region are you, Oms? You can also change the server to get you a bit better on the ping. Was he the Sam player?
I don't know, if I'm being honest.
Alright, so you get back, Ginger. You are? Alright, let's change the server to US West for him, so he gets a bit better ping, and that'll be a better comparison to you as well. Or a little bit more even, because you're Central, right? Something like that. No, you're East Coast. Definitely East Coast. You got 36. Yeah, so it'll be a bit more balanced there overall, and it'll be a bit better. West will be better for Brazil, for sure. Good chase. Good demo on that while he's turning around his corner. Take the freebie. Good cleanup.
Well done. Yeah, Chew. The private match is 1v1 space me, and then the password is Griff, all lowercase.
We're about to remake it though to put it on West servers, so do give us a minute. You don't have to join yet.
Love the shot attempt. Perfect. That's how you capitalize on that. I honestly just a little bit better on your power shot instead of a barrel roll. Actually, like sort of like speed flipping a little bit, doing like an angled front flip. Been much better.
You have to
shot.
wait like 2 games, I think, maybe 3. Because it's gonna be Oms, Ginger, and then I guess Chudas too.
There you go.
We can throw him before Flug or after Flug as well. It's gonna be like 3 games at least, I think. Gotta go to 11:30. Oh man, Peps, you gotta fill in for Source.
All right, Tech. Have a good night, man.
Peace, Tech. Come by, dude. You try the challenge. Really unfortunate on that 15. Also, whenever you're engaging towards the sidewall, you have no follow through. It's almost better to fake and shot of this, and then with that opportunity, there you can force him to your corner, or the same idea, he has to shoot an awkward shot, so you get a free save.
Yeah. Also, if you are gonna jump for that, don't use your double jump. Wait and flip until after you've made contact on the ball. Because then you can kind of like gauge which way you need to like redirect your car after the initial contact, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's one way you can. Yeah, you can use the flip as well. No problem, not so. Besides all that, dude, you overall do a good job getting possession, but a lot of your possession's leading in front of your nose, and your ball doesn't change trajectory very much. I would definitely work on some more dribble trading in general to get yourself to like change trajectory of the ball aggressively to the right or left, rather than pushing it forward and playing for that low 50, because it can change up a lot of your overall offense. But for the most part there, the stuff we talked about earlier, I think is going to be the biggest things, right? Better overall challenging angles, making sure we're getting these shadows in there, and we're not just diving in or making these engagements to hard challenges every time. And then we'll do, oh yeah, we're going to make a little bit for Oms. So we're going to make it to West.
Yeah, how do I do that?
You just got, so when you do custom and then, private and then create, you see region.
Oh, region, there it is. I'm dumb.
Yep. And then just take the space out between 1v, 1v.
Yep.
Probably shouldn't join the team yet. Wait forever to get here. You're gonna start the timer there, Griff, if you don't hop out of that team.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I was gonna say. Alright, Alms is here. Alright, now we can get Alms in with you. Now you can join.
Alright, sweet.
Alright, Alms, hop in. Let's go. 200, dude. Imagine if it was East. You'd be at like 260 or something. Alright, do be a little casual on this kickoffs for him, especially.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'll go easy.
Yeah, we could try flipping it back here, Flug a fight, because I think most people can play it East just fine. And just mainly for Alms here, because, like, we can't make it unplayable for everybody, but we have to make sure that, like, you know, it's at least semi-playable for him. I can only imagine what East would have been like. So initially here, Alms, you try to close the gap and keep yourself in shadow pressure, but because you ended up pre-flipping, you couldn't punish Griff for his overall first touch, so you had to turn away because you're coming in really hot and you use that pre-flip to get there. But if you drove in more casually or even just used your boost instead, you could have turned in with a soft first touch instead of just pre-turning out. Good try the recovery there. Oh, the punishment. Good try, Alms. I like the idea when you saw him get stuck on wall there. Close. Yeah, and a lot of times it can be really difficult to shadow directly from the infield here, Alms. This is more of like a second man position, like you're waiting for a pass. You need to stay ahead of Grims here. You need to continue pushing ahead of that, or you got to come in from his side there and shove him into that sidewall yourself, or hit that ball back to yourself. Yeah, you're good, Flood. Nice. Good try. And then we'll cut. Good try on the 50 Alms. Yeah, he just got you on the fake there. Besides that, though, you ended up getting a lot of possession here off the sidewall. Definitely want to make sure that your touches are leading to your own possession, or if you do have to kind of reposition it, you make a hit behind Griff and then reposition. So that way he has more awkward in the first touch. Your touches ended up leading to Griff's possession a little too early. Good initial pressure, and then good save. Good job. High chip can work. Good shot.
Nice
good shot. This chip can lead to you getting, you know, not a goal here a lot of times. If Griff doesn't end up like pre-360 drifting like that, he can actually jump up and throw to his side there pretty easily. But because you went to the ground first and you read his mistake, then you shot it, it would end up working out really well. And it still will work at higher levels. The only thing is that with that distance there, if you want to guarantee more upfield pressure, especially as you climb up, you're going to want to make sure you don't jump with that first touch, but instead you just chip it naturally, and then use your jump to follow it immediately. Or the same idea, get a softer chip so you can have more possession on that overall opportunity. Good little recovery here. I like the boost grab, that's fine. And then you can use your boost. Nice, good recovery there. Nice, good first touch. Good try. Low sides. I think you're out of boost though. Yeah, definitely ran out of boost quite a bit. Your boost management isn't the greatest, and then besides that, your recoveries end up being a little slow once you get recovered and getting yourself back to the next play. Sometimes you're just overusing your flips, but I think the biggest thing overall is you're boosting too early before you overall land. So you end up finding yourself basically recovering, using your boost during the recovery instead of after it, and you have no boost to actually accelerate it back into the play. Zalot, it is myself, me, and I, Skull. Good dunk here.
Yeah, way to flip through this ball. Well done. Ooh.
Nice job, simple line back, and then that's fine. Cover here's good. kind of fade.
Oh, damn it.
Solid. Okay. The spacing here is doing fine on defense. The only thing is that ideally we recover faster in net, so that way you don't give him the shot in your other corner, because if he did hit that where he wanted to, or with the power he wanted to, it might be really tough for you to save it, right? And so I think recovery is going to be the biggest thing, because a lot of your decision making isn't that bad. You are keeping distance, you're keeping space, you're aware of what your opponent's doing, but you definitely have a big recovery hole right now in a lot of your recoveries.
Well, not to mention, I stole corner and mid boost. You should not have boomed it away.
Or you have to boom it behind him, so he has to get back to his own corner there, so you can gather some more boost as well during that time. There's definitely going to be an if-and situation for a lot of things, but yeah, overall, like if he has the advantage on you on boost, you want to make sure you control that ball to get behind him, make him waste his resources. Like solid possession there, like good opportunity. You just ended up your recovery just getting back around wasn't the fastest. I wonder if lag is causing him to have
I was gonna say,
slow recovery on this one though.
Yeah,
This one might
some
be
of this is lag.
Yeah. I think most of the recoveries is going to be mechanics, but that last one there, I think I'm going to put that with the lag. I'm not going to put the Twitch on. I'm going to watch his POV, get a better idea of what he's looking at. Stay up there during a goal replay. It's because of Bacchus One. If you have Bacchus One installed, it will keep your camera angle while you're watching the goal replay. Ooh. Alright. Good job chipping for possession here. When you find that you can't shoot anymore, really try not to flip into that or jump into it. That's just gonna slow down your recovery. And then if Griff is just a bit better mechanical player, he will just put that on your net in the next touch. Really important that you just you make him commit to take it outside of his net. You know what I mean? And if you have to dribble it there trying to fake him or you're trying to play behind him, like it's fine. Just make sure you don't be the one that commits for it. Like that. Great job in the low 50 there. A great example of that, right? You didn't commit to shove it to outside his net. You just took the low 50 to mess him up, and then you recovered really quickly to get the follow-up. Love the distance here. Good read. Nice chip. Nice speed. Nice. Love the long-term pressure. Good job there. Nice. Good job, chip and finish there. Good shot. Good shot.
Yep. Yeah, I was wanting to see how he would punish this. That's exactly what I was hoping he was going to do.
Ideally, as you get better, you put that in on one touch because you're so close to net and you want to get that ball to Zuri immediately. Any chip can be 50, especially in ones with really good shadowers. But at your current level, that was a great choice and great opportunity. Good execution. Ooh. Yeah, pre-jumping on that to try and read him is going to end up causing you to flip past him like that. Do your best to make sure you're always committing at a time where you know you can get it, or you continue your shadow. Good try to touch the backboard there. Really important off your own backwards to continue for the low 50 rather than just trying to flick behind the opponent, unless you know for a fact you're going to put that over his head. Nice. That's fine. Good chip. Nice possession.
Ooh,
good job getting a little breakaway there. Take that. Okay, Griff. Yeah, overall, dude, I think you have a good head on your shoulders for what you want to do in ones. Biggest thing is just getting confidence in your aerials and mechanics. Your recovery speed is quite slow a lot of times, and then you fixed a lot of that overall challenging and faking, keeping the overall lateral motion to get Griff to throw a possession first. So your shadows improved a lot during that overall. I'd say overall keep that shadow over mentality. And
Aw, we lost the connection. Hold on. There we go. Yeah. Yep, it's back up. It's back up now. Oh. Bummer. All right. Joining. All right, there we go.
to make the best decisions, you really gotta step up those mechanics because consistency is everything. And it's like we could literally watch. Oh, you're still on Anacam, by the way, Griff.
I switched it off.
Oh, it's just delayed. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that big change going through that is going to be the oh man, my brain. Getting consistency because like as you watch like higher and higher levels of one's play, even the really simple players do not miss a shot. They do not mess with the recoveries, and they are always pacing with great awareness and so on. The mechanics are really simple, you know what I mean? They're really straightforward players. They're not doing anything that fancy overall, but they're just dead accurate. Ooh. Bad turnaround recovery there on Griff. Good pressure, Ginger. What a bully. Now we're talking. Good stuff on that. Yeah, like I've been talking about all night with Griff here, right? No 360 drift turns, 3-point turns, ain't gonna do it. Anywhere you can keep the momentum, stay ahead of that play. I like the confidence, Ginger. Put some more time in on that aerial read. And then don't pre-flip out unless you know Griff has a shot kind of thing. Get your ball cam on during that time. Good 50 here. Catch. Okay. I like the choice of possession there. Gotta work on that flick, but that was a great choice for possession. Nice. Good job closing the gap. Love the punishment. Good pressure, Ginger. Great awareness on identifying what Griff is awkward. Oh, he almost got you there. So if you notice, Ginger, he almost punished you for that one, but that's basically something you're kind of doing is you're shouting directly ahead of him. So he knows if he gives you a free chip, it's basically what's called a probing touch, where he says, I know you're awkward. I'm going to let you make the bad touch rather than I make the bad touch and you save it, right? And so he's giving the opportunity. Great fake on that, though. But yeah, careful on some of your shadows. If you're directly ahead of their shot, like literally in front of it, on their exact line, they can just give you a probing touch, like what basically happened there, and he almost got his goal in front of your net there because of it, right? So you gotta be careful with your shadows. Make sure you're not directly in front of the opponent's touch. Always a little bit off center, so that way they can't really do an easy touch behind you. Does he read it? Good recovery there. That was a little dangerous. I'm not sure if I'd be confident doing that all the time, Ginger, but it's not a bad idea. Just, I think your execution isn't smooth enough yet. Good job with the pressure, getting him on his turnaround time. Into the net, let's go.
Great pinch.
Gotta break these habits here, Griff.
Thank you.
No more of those drift turns, man. You keep on getting punished game to game.
I know. Now, I need to knock him off. I need to make him shorter is what I need to do.
Or you just need to not do them. Because, like, even if you get that turn there, you have a slow pickup, slow dribble, anyone can just ego challenge you there. Even if you make them shorter, you get a 50 on it, you know what I mean? That 50 still turned into your net, and in best case, you get a 50 that leads into midfield, where you're both at a disadvantage, you know? But you can guarantee advantage by just giving the touch. There's just no point to do a snappy turn like that.
And right there, I don't know that turning away was the right move.
You always want your shortest line back to the midfield or shortest line back to net, whatever it ends up being. It's kind of like a give and take, because if you have no short line to net, then your shortest line to midfield is going to be usually your best one. Unfortunate on that read. Good try, Ginger. Yeah, once it's blasting for the net like that, it's pretty much a goal. Good try, recovery. Low 53. I like that you went for the hit to sidewall, Ginger. Great idea. Just gotta work on the execution. Almost there on that. Challenge time was a little too much hesitation here. If you faked him and went for the save afterwards, that would have been fine. I know you low boost, but once you turn in, you face this ball, like when you made that first initial turn, if you just went for that, you would have had that save. For sure. Just be confident that you know that he dropped the ball there and you want to take that. Because if you hesitate like you did, you'll never know if it's going to work or not. Nice save on Griff, and then good job trying to recover here, Ginger. take the shorter line back to net because you know you can't get possession anyway. And that might keep you ahead of Griff here to get a 50 back to the net. Because you're flipping at the ball more, you end up letting Griff get past you on pacing. And that's where you kind of got the goal in this one. Overall, though, your attempt at net was a really good shot. Your recovery's just a little slow. And if you could save yourself like 12 or 20 so you can get back a little bit quicker, that'd be ideal.
I thought I missed that for a second.
That's pretty close, looking like. Keeps you sitting after the goal. Is there a bug sitting? I don't know, Flug. It always works for me. I just open Bacchus and it works. Oh, Griff read it. Yeah, the downside to the fake kickoff. If they read it, it's really hard to defend it. Good try using it for a trump card though. I mean, it could have gotten you back to a 1-goal difference. I'd say it's pretty worth the overall attempt. Good recovery there. Nice, good punish. Almost. It's the right idea. You're right there. Almost. I love the distance here, and then that's the chip right there, Ginger. Right on his first touch where he turned away from it, that's where you gotta engage him. That's where you get the most pressure on him. Good try on the shot. Yeah, Griff stayed behind it. That's a tough one to read sometimes, but if they still have a chance to save it, generally just give them the save, because Griff is floating there. He doesn't have a good touch, so he's gonna end up throwing it away to you either way. And then once he's done, he's out of boost, so you have a much better chance to shoot that in the net. Oh, good job on Griff here getting it awkward for you, but good job on you. Make sure you took your time. Knowing that he couldn't shoot it, so you got a good touch there. The only thing I'd really change is make sure you take a little more time to get beneath the ball so you can catch it so you don't have to use a flip to touch the ball. Because that's what ended up causing you to lose possession, is that you were flipping for most of your touches because you're a little awkward. Oh, good try, good try. Yep, this is basic fast aerials right here. I think your position's fine. I think you have the distance you need to get just right here. The only thing you have fast aerial that, so you just go straight up, and you end up having the opportunity to save it. Besides that, you could be a little bit more facing into your net, so that way you have more space to end up going up there. But I'd say the biggest thing overall is you're not fast aerial properly, or you're not fast aerial at all, one or the other. And that's just going to be a really big, improvement to your overall speed in the air. So your defense goes up massive. Good try.
Yeah, another thing with fast aerials on the goal line, put yourself in a position where you could take the ball, hit it, and recover off your backboard.
Yeah, in most cases I do. Yeah, just end up flipping too late there again, Ginger, and then you're landing beneath the ball, so you're not landing behind it, so you can jump on top of it. You're basically landing directly underneath it, right when you need to 50.
Oof.
Well, he's just going for speed at this point. He just wants to beat you.
No, I wouldn't even. I was just a front flip.
Yeah. Good try overall. Definitely had some good opportunities and good reads there, Ginger. I think some of your spacing, your reads on bad touches from the opponent are really good, but there's a lot of times where you just end up giving a little too much space. Or when you are cutting them off, you're not really getting good lateral line to get them into that sidewall every time, right? Outside of that, a couple of mechanical things like quick flicks. It's definitely a wide range of things. I'd say out of everyone so far, you're the most balanced player at your skill level, where you have like mechanics that are matching your overall shallow defense, that are matching most of your stuff. If you just pick any of them and become really good at it, you'll see yourself grow pretty much.
I will say another thing too. When you got behind,
it's Flug or Chew. No, it's Chew.
I know it's Flug.
Oh, it's Flug.
Flug, yeah.
He wants to know if we can change to back to East. We'll do Chew first, and then we'll do Flug. Because we're already up. Chew's ready to go. We'll go to East next one and bring Flug in. Sorry, Chew. Yep. Good. We're good. Solid.
You're good.
No, you're good, Chew. You're good. Not your fault. We didn't organize it. And then
I'm
we'll
good.
change it back to east after this one, and then Flood will have the connected where he can play.
Yep.
Good try. Nice speed here, Chew. Good recovery. Good shot. Good punish. I would say on your initial play that was on Griff's net, when someone's shadowing you, it's better to make less touches and to make one big touch around them that falls to your solo play, rather than trying to dribble every single touch on that. Because you chipped it a couple of times ahead of you, you end up getting a bad first touch for your actual play, and that allowed Griff to get that 50 on you. You're not trying to keep possession. I like that you regapped here. A little slow to midfield there. If Griff had better shooting tree that could get you scored on. So make sure that you're controlling that midfield first and you're blocking a shot on net. A little bit better acceleration on him and he'd end up getting that goal. But overall, good job getting that fake shadow and staying ahead of him in a sense, or not just diving it. You had the right idea overall. You just ended up not taking the midfield through. Nice try on the chip and shot. Tough. Yeah, you just ended up not getting a touch early enough for him, so he got the 50 on you. Or on the same idea, you could have just shot up behind him at first and let him use the boost to make the save instead, and then you were already recovered because you just made a one-touch shot. Nice job picking that one touch right there. I was going to make a mockery. Nice. And then you should be able to recover. The only thing I really want to change about that last shot you made is you want to make sure that you're not sweeping in too aggressively to where you're landing in front of his net, but instead you just make one good shot with you basically standing still, or you stay out of the play a little bit more. Nice. Good fake. Good steal. Nice. Good luck. Good job staying really close to him, keeping that long-term pressure. Good punishment.
Nice. Yeah, I just missed
For
that 'cause
everyone
I'm
watching
bad.
here that was playing against Griff earlier, so right here, Griff can't actually shoot on his net, so rather than just leaving, Choose just waits for Griff to whiff, and if Griff saves it, he's putting it to the right wall. So because of that, Griff can't get immediate recovery or possession either, so you could just wait and just let Griff whiff or make the touch, and then you're still going to get ahead of him as long as you don't jump. And if Griff whiffs, then you have a free shot. And if he doesn't, and he gets the touch, you're still ahead of him because he has to take the longer line than you do. Nice. Oh, there's opportunity. But again, like right there for everyone watching, right? Chu didn't jump into that because it was a bad touch. He just let it happen and then recovered immediately and stayed ahead of Griff, right? Biggest thing overall, like as you get higher and higher, you realize that you want to flip less and less.
Oh, I missed the flick.
Nice. Nice, good long-term pressure. Good punisher, Griff. Finish it. Nice. Yeah, they're coming in through here. Cheese, you're doing a great job keeping that distance really close and so on, but you got stuck on his backboard while he had the touch towards your net, and that recovery just ended up being too slow. Ideally, you just don't want to commit to his backboard like that, or a spot where you have to recover his backboard when you don't have an open net situation, right? You did a great job pressuring him bit by bit, making it more awkward, wasting his resources, but you overcommit too early, and that was the only real problem there. Nice chip.
Good catch.
Almost. Good try, Cheese. Really close. And then great job not overcommitting to the shot either once it went bad. That's fine. We can give up that sidewall. Good work. Good job staying ahead of him. Good low 50. Good job staying ahead of him there. The corner boost there was a little over the top because it ended up putting you behind the shot, and a faster shooter would put that in. But overall, you did a good job getting back ahead of him, just using your boost to stay at pressure.
Oh, no, I couldn't get grounded.
Oh, man. Unfortunate recovery for Grifflicious. Great job with the flick, though. Good job putting it directly on him, making him make the resources, and then you slowed down, kept yourself available for it.
And stayed with your momentum after you landed awkward.
Yeah, yeah. Keeping the pressure on Griffin. Good try on the wall shot. Gotta take some time to really practice those out, but it's the right idea. A shot on wall there would be really powerful. Good job not getting stuck at the side boost when you missed it. Nice chip.
Right
Good
over
play,
me.
good
That was
play.
great.
Good play.
Oh. I'm just bad.
Oh man.
Ooh, no.
I know what you wanted there, Choose. You need more time, dude. But I know what you want. You need more time. That's a good time to go for a big solo play there. I'm very with it. You know, you got the space. You can take a little bit more time to set the first touch, but overall, like, I know what you want. It's just you gotta work on those first touches. Good try on getting back. Yeah, unfortunate kickoff. Keep the lead though. 3 seconds. Don't lose the kickoff, Choose. You gotta keep this one. Don't give it to him. Don't go OT. Good recovery. Oh, your panic will be a little bit, but you could keep it up. Good work, good work.
Almost
All right.
got it.
Now it's fun. We gotta go back to East server now.
Yep.
Now
Go
it's
to
fun
East,
to
so I'll
play.
have to remake the lobby real quick.
Yeah, remake it one more time. This time, add the space back in, I guess.
Nah. All right. US East. No space. 1v1 me. Password Griff.
Hopefully, everyone left that previous lobby then. No, not everyone left the lobby. It's taking me to the west lobby.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll
Yeah,
put this.
you got-
I'll put the space
Yeah,
back in it.
that's why. Yeah, that's why I said add the space back.
Yeah, I thought you were just saying that to be like.
No,
Be silly.
no. That's why we removed the space the first time too.
Oh,
Yeah. Otherwise, I just keep it the same because it keeps it simple for everybody watching.
got it.
Yep.
And there it is.
For biggest improvements, your shooting is you have good ideas, Choose, but your first touch shooting isn't the greatest. And then besides that, you do a good job getting possession. I will say that your possession is doing solid.
Mhm.
But what was the biggest thing again? I commented on it quite a bit. I'm trying to remember. Oh man, well, there will be the YouTube video afterwards too. You can rewatch the game and listen to what I was saying during the time, and then you can basically take that as like the comments. I'm trying to remember exactly the biggest thing, but I remember the first touch shooting could definitely be better overall. And then yeah, I'm trying to remember. I'm sorry, dude. My head's fried. I have a hard time remembering like every like the common things like right after or like situations like this. Flood, you gotta shoot those, dude. Don't give him the pass. You gotta put those in next time, Flood. He's not gonna give you a pass. Yeah, Flood, you can't be not taking those shots. You gotta finish those. Nice. Careful about holding that backboard there, that side wall the whole time, Flugify. If Griff was a faster player, you would never catch up to him in this case. He would have already chipped this behind you. He would have had a touch around you at this point. If you take a shorter line from ground and then up the backboard, you could definitely catch him out in some of these cases. But a lot of times, a faster player getting that chip while you're going to ground there, it's just better not to hold that backboard too long or that side wall too long. It's a much longer line in general. Nice. Good chip to the shot there. Good adjustment.
Yeah, good grab on that one pad right here.
Yeah, that too. Just taking your time.
Oh, 2 pads.
Lining yourself up. Yep.
Excellent.
A lot of times with first touches, guys, if you're at advantage, it's not about how early the first touch happens. It's how good the first touch is. It can happen late, but as long as it's good, it's still good. Nice.
And way to follow that fumble.
Yeah, and continue the pressure on him so you get the demo. Big. I like the bump there as well as you're recovering. Good catch. Big solo play. I want to see a double flip reset here, Flug. Not quite, not quite. Definitely got to work on this. Nice wall aerial confidence. Good finish, good finish.
Yeah, see what I just did right there is what I see a lot of people do. They just go up for the ball into the corner. And it's like, what are your plans after you hit it?
Right. You have to at least make it awkward for the opponent. Otherwise, it's not going to be worth the jump. You know, it's like, otherwise, like, Flood didn't really have a shot. Griff could have waited for possession there, gone to catch, which is a huge thing that you could just do in general, like on your own side. If you know the opponent's not going to take the shot, play for the time. And if they are going to take the shot, just get it behind them. If you get it behind them, they're going to be that much more awkward. Almost for the recovery there, Griff. Good job. Good idea with the bump there, Flood. That's the right idea overall. Through, okay. Oh my god, great!
Good fake.
3,000 IQ, but it was only because he borrowed 500 IQ from Griff, who went negative 500 on this play. Jolly.
Had it till I didn't.
Oh man, that was a nasty catch. Too bad it was almost in your own net.
That was calculated.
The read. Yeah, good kickoff advantage here. This is why you gotta be careful about going for side boost or like being that wide during these opportunities after kickoff. Really important you get in front of Griff as early as possible or in front of your opponent. Besides that, the kickoffs in general, if you can land as not in the enemy side as possible, that is also ideal, which is why a lot of times you see like pros taking kickoffs, like high level 1v1s in SOD, or especially in 1v1s, you'll see them doing a side flip or pushing the ball to the side wall rather than directly towards the enemy net, so they recover faster on the side wall. They already know it's going to be a tied 50 or a tied kickoff in general. And if your opponent's at your skill level, it will probably be a tied 50 or tied kickoff. Unless if you're like a diamond and you can speed flip and they can't, then you can get definitely a beat on their net. But, you know, as you get higher and higher, that's not going to happen.
Also, jump balls in front of your net. As soon as you got that boost, you should have been up.
Yeah, very fair. Very fair. Good read.
There you go. Good shot. Way to stay for the punishment.
Side boost grab. Chip fake. Nice. The catch. Love the possession. Good job popping it over him. Good shit there. And then anyone in Griff's position here, whenever your opponent's taken to the sidewall like this, they can't shoot. And if they go up sidewall for an awkward solo play, they're going to waste boost more than you are. You just don't have to dive that yet. And if he tries to cut it sharp, he's going to have to stand still or slow down his play and make it really awkward for himself. And that's when you want to engage, when he cuts it too sharp for himself. But just let him go up the sidewall half the time. It's really your advantage there. And at the same time, it's an awkward setup for them, or the solo play's going to take a lot of resources and time. It's not really worth it for them overall, but it's what they have to do. And that's why they're going for it.
Yeah, and then right now, like, because of the pressure that he's been applying, I feel like I have to go for things in order to get possession.
Yeah. But the biggest thing coming through is like the game that you win at 0-0 is the same game you win from a two-goal deficit. If you overplay yourself like you would at a 2-goal deficit, you'll never win that 2-goal deficit because you have to get goals without giving them up still. Defense has to come first still in your strategy, unless you can find an opportunity to punish your opponent. It's a tough mindset to get in though, because like it's really hard to see yourself in a hole and not try to dig out of it. But if you keep on, starting from the ground, you end up digging deeper.
You really got to be careful about those pops off the wall where you lose it behind you.
Yeah, it's an awkward first touch there, little Flood. Through, catch, good try. Good double pressure there, Flood. And you play the catch. Did Flood get your boost here?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that 50 then. Try to stay a little more ahead of the ball there so he can't pinch it over you like that, Flood. But overall, good job staying a part of it when you got the 50 steal, or the boost steal, because you know he was out of boost in that scenario. Almost, Flood. Nice control there, Flood. Good job staying behind it. I would simplify some of your air dribble car control, Flugify. Like in that last air dribble you went for there, like you're spinning around so aggressively that when you end up touching the ball, it threw the ball straight at Griff's car, so he's able to hit it behind you or to perceive that ball basically as a pass. Rather than you controlling to hit behind him, you basically just end up giving him the actual counterattack itself. So if you simplify your car motion, control that touch better with a softer touch, and then only spin when you want to make a harder touch or like you want to make that adjustment, that makes a lot more sense overall. Because if you had a softer touch there, you could have low 50'd, you could have then saved the bigger touch for a little bit later after you saw him commit, or you could have soft touched back to the ground below him and he's overcommitted high. There's a lot of things you can do in general. It seems like a lot of your air dribbles are constantly tornado spinning for constant big touches, and you just don't need those big touches every time. Like the ground shot going sideways here, great placement. I love the recovery too, because you're able to turn back out. If he gets the save, you're staying ahead of him. Really good shot there.
And I want to point out what Skuller's saying about staying ahead of him. So when he made that shot, he was already positioned to go and steal my corner boost. So even if I did make the save over towards my right side, you already have the advantage of momentum to get to that boost. So yeah, you make the shot, I save it, but you've still just denied me resources.
Yeah, you're next, Robin. Is Hep still here, or is Hep gone?
This is just me being mad at kickoff.
If Hep isn't here, Robin, I'll just play with you. Although, I'm not going to be happy about it.
I've got time. I've got time for 2 more games, and then I got to end my stream for tonight.
All right. Well, we'll definitely get Flug in, and then Ramen in. And then who was it that I said it could go again? We'll just grab one of them, or we'll grab them, and then we'll get you in here. 0 chance. We'll go back to back. We'll put Ramen in, then you. And then I think we got everyone else basically that said like they wanted to join or do it. And then Lobby Ramen is 1v1 space me. Password is Griff. Griff. Invite you? Yeah, I can invite you.
Yeah, fine. I'll invite you.
Wait, are you even on my friends list, Ramen? Like, I don't even see you. Oh, here you are, Raw. I had to find it. In my Steam friends, actually.
Uh-oh.
Kicked me out, too. You too?
Yep.
All right, we got to do one.
Yep, I'll create a new one. I'm just going to go recommended on the region here. 1v1 space me, password Griff.
90. Let me tell you, the shit. The ping is high like our temperatures.
Man, it's finally starting to come down here in Texas, man. It's been nice this week.
Oh man. Yeah, we actually got a bit of rain. Oh my god, it is. Yeah, we are not doing good on this ping right now. Let me tell you, that was quite the spicy kickoff 50 there. Not
That's right,
ideal.
though. Way to force that flick high and out. Good pre-jump. Got the bump. Will he get possession, though? Playing it out. Ooh, good double attempt. Just got a little ahead of it. Oh! He's nasty with it, folks. Beautiful 180 flick there.
79. Oh, but it was office redirect, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I didn't think it was that fast. 79 is kind of fast.
That's quality. Are you playing KBM?
No, I'm on controller.
Okay.
I've been putting in hours just so I can play Cable against Ramen. That's just not gonna happen. Oh, what's up, Kyle? You doing? Oh.
I like the delay. Unfortunately, that downless hitbox.
Dude, unfortunately, Comcuck. It spun me out because apparently I wasn't jumping when I was landing like it was on my screen. And there it comes again. Amazing. I look. I know I'm complaining, guys, but like you have to it's on my stream. You can literally see it. Whoops, that was a bad touch.
Nice save. Way to cut that inside, though. What a bump.
Oh, you gotta shoot those. Unfortunate.
You got to make them. Oh. Whiff City. Oh, no, that's just a goal.
No.
Post out. Good shadow. Way to force high. Oh, a little late on that challenge. Don't blame the internet.
No. That just is what it is.
Oh.
That's just low hours. Good track. I didn't get enough pads. I missed 2.
No, but the smart thing is like you had 1 pad and you knew to hold it.
Yeah, no, I definitely did. I just missed the 2 on the middle and the right, or I could have just gone 2 right as well.
But yeah, even with 1 pad, you could have still made the save.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. If I took a more direct line to it, I could have made the save with 1. But if I got 2, I would have guaranteed it no matter what.
Great possession. Oh no, not the ball.
Landed on my tire, unfortunately. Yeah, you say lag again, Kyle, but it never ended. So like it's more like lag like usual.
What a threatening touch. And see, look, now it's just boost control. Good 50. Now we're just going coast to coast, stealing everything.
Low hours.
So just trying to peek on him.
He's a better touch there. I ball back on me.
I just need 1 more pad.
Yeah, I could have gone to the 2 pads there. I just didn't pull back enough. Got myself 2 nose down. Thought it was fixed. No, they never fixed it. Kyle, it's Comcast.
No easy buckets. If honest to God you're curious about getting better at 1v1 and you're wanting to know what's the one mechanic I should work on, kickoffs.
Yeah, you
cannot stress enough.
Get up. really high from kickoffs alone for sure.
Yeah, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a speed flip. Just
Yep.
being able to make good, consistent contact on the ball. I would say, honest to God, kickoffs, or rather 50-50s, and then half flips.
Okay, there.
Knowing how to half flip, whether that's half flipping for recovery or half flipping to challenge.
Honestly,
half flip
in ones,
challenges.
I as much as you're saying half flips right now, I am not gonna lie. I think half flips is the biggest detriment to people being better at ones, because they overzealous how good of a recovery it is, especially in ones, because it's actually like you have to stand still or you have to stop, then stand still, then drive in reverse, then half flip, rather than just turn left, then pre-flip forward. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like a U-turn with momentum will always be better. If you're standing still at once, you've already been dusted. Like that's just the case.
I just mean in those situations where your car is going in the opposite direction.
Yeah, but if they shot on net, it's already done.
Yeah.
You know, you'll never outpace it. Half flips are only functional when you have a teammate behind you to buy you the time to stop, then drive in reverse, then recovery. Unfortunately speaking. No hours. I can't get that touch.
And there was an example of one of those touches where you pop the ball, but you did so with the intention of, I'm going towards this boost.
Oh my.
Whew.
Good double. I can play you afterwards, Kyle. When we're kind of done with this, I don't mind hanging out a little bit. I just know how many I'm gonna want to play if I'm lagging still.
I kind of want to play raw. What's his rank in ones?
I don't know. He's pretty low for what he could be. He's B plus in 6 minutes, or he's got B plus a couple of times in 6 minutes.
Fair enough. GG's. Raw, you down to play another game?
We're gonna do one more with what's his name? Cause when he played against you, zero.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Because when he played against you, it was too big of a gap between you and him. So we're gonna hopefully have me be able to keep up without lagging too much. I don't know where he's actually at, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, let's do it.
So you did a good job getting your boost grab here, Zero, but you let yourself get behind me on this overall play, and you didn't take the ball, and you also didn't get yourself into midfield very quickly. It'd be much better for you not to go up the sidewall there, and then you can bump me after the boost grab or get me off that shot. Oh, I need to reset. Oh.
There you go. No, you got nothing? Play for the boost.
Yeah.
Good work.
Good punish.
Hey, don't be afraid to see, like, when your opportunity on the play is done and just go for the boost, you know, the steal. Like, take resources and set yourself up for the next play. Good challenge.
Good job taking the ball sidewall that time, making sure that I couldn't shoot it.
Good catch.
Oh, good pop, good pop.
Well done. Keeping it simple. Like, even here, just this catch. Beautiful. Not just hitting it away because you can. Good job grabbing pads. That's all right. The only thing you could have done differently here was your approach to the ball needed to be more backwards. You should have been flying backwards more than forward.
That, or after you recovered, you could have gone away from me so you could face directly and knowing I went up sidewall. But that's takes a little more awareness. It's a little tough to identify it early enough. But overall, yeah, the earlier the jump, the better, because you don't want me to have time to get that second touch there. Oh my god, he picked that up. Holy shit. That was still in front of his car when I turned in. Yeah, that went full ground for me on my screen. That's crazy.
There you go. Good job to play back. Maintain possession. Good shot attempt. There you go. Keep pressure. Good job. Now just stay ready. Good job. Oh my god, lovely recovery. Oh
Good
no.
try, good try.
Just missed the shot. But man, everything on that was prime. Good awkward touch. Very good. Way to keep the resources low.
Good god. I should just quit quick. I don't know why I thought he'd fake me. I haven't played against this guy.
Well done. Yeah, very simple movements, very simple challenges, not overcommitting. Oh no. Oh.
Can't even adjust it. Unbelievable.
Good job to hit and then flip. I would recommend flipping the other direction into your wall though. So that way you're hitting and then getting behind the ball in the recovery. Good job trying to spot a weakness though. Loss of possession. Now see, right there, he was awkward and turned sideways. You should have been challenging that one much earlier.
Oh, it's a good try. That was a good punishment shot.
Nope. Yeah, you spent way too much boost trying to attempt that. Yeah, if you were going to go for that chip, you needed to do it much sooner. That way you could have hit it over him. Because as soon as he can get in there and block your touch, your momentum is going towards his goal and his is going towards yours.
Keep in mind as well, a lot of times when you're fighting off in like enemy corners or areas where you're at a disadvantage, you want to, or like you have the ball but you're not in a good location of the fields. You want to make sure that you're pressuring the opponent to waste their resources rather than trying to get a goal. It's really important that you starve them first before you overcommit yourself.
Oh, good try. Oh, shit. That was a good try. That's just tough.
Yeah, fast aerials is like a godsend in these situations, and the earlier you can make an engagement on somebody that's doing a drag like that, the better. Because like I have to adjust to get that away from you, and if you came up a lot earlier and 15 to me, I'd have to look at you instead, which actually ends up being not to like either of our advantages, but at least that is an equal trade.
Good job going with what you're comfortable with. It's still got a little bit further away from you than I think you should keep it. Don't be afraid to just follow it up the wall. Don't touch it, but just stay on it.
Yeah, don't let me read that you're faking go there. Is basically the mindset on that.
Mm-hmm.
These kickoffs are pissing me off so bad.
And that one, you probably should have just drive challenged, no flip. Good challenge. Good save. Good to stay in front of that. You're probably a little closer than you should have been, though. Yeah, the one big thing holding you back there is e-brake cuts. Getting to the opposite side of that ball and cutting it infield.
If you can do it on the first touch, if you feel uncomfortable doing it on the first touch, you need to give up the shot because you try to keep possession for like a possible shot or to bait me in. But at the end of the day, I knew you couldn't shoot, so I could just commit.
Good easy save there. Single jump into the pop in the corner. That's just an unfortunate 50.
Yeah, bigger.
How could you have done this differently? Let me see.
The only thing I would say is like you tried too hard to shadow initially when you could see that I am backwards there. If I'm recovering backwards, I don't have a big chip over you, so you actually take 50 advantage there if you come in early. But instead, you turned out just kind of shadow.
Oh, and not flipping into that too would have been much better.
Yeah, because I can't shoot either way. You have a faster recovery.
Because from there you can either flip towards the ball, get a wave dash. Either way, you're not overcommitting. There you go. Good work to control that. You had nothing but time. There's no pressure.
I got that habit. Oh, I got to put those in.
That's all right. Way to stay on it. Way to keep the pressure on the shot. All right, now cut it in. Oh, no.
Good try. After the kickoff there, if you don't have an immediate shot kind of deal, and you see that I'm backwards, you give me that bad touch, and you punish me for the bad touch. I can only hit it behind you there. I can't get possession. I'm low boost. We're both low boost. And so basically, like, because you have a shot and I don't, you can kind of just give me that bad touch there. And if I fake it, then you get a free catch in midfield. So it's advantageous for you not to go rush the shot if I'm awkward after kickoff in that situation.
Hey, Scholar, how about we close this out with you and me playing each other?
All right, we can do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Played my last game against you. Then I got to get some sleep. Wake up and go to work in the morning. But no, this has been a lot of fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed this.
No problem, Zero Chance.
This was kind of I want to say impromptu decision. Sort of hit Scholar up about this. Like, hey, what if we did something like this? And so I'm really glad to see that we got a lot of great questions. A lot of people coming in the game, in the chat, participating.
Yeah. Messed up wave dashes, Keller, dude. They are obnoxiously tilting. Because, like, you just had to wait longer. You just had to wait longer. That's all you had to do, but you just couldn't. You couldn't do it. Yeah, it's usual internet experience. You know what I mean? Crow name it passes 1v1 space me. Password is Griff, Griff. And then I'll continue some of these going on my stream for a little bit because some of the people on my stream wanted to play some. So if you guys want to hop in down with me and hang out a bit longer, or get some more opportunities or watch some games, that by all means, you're free to do that. Good touch, good touch. I thought you might have gone for the bump on this, honestly.
I just went for the easy. No, I just went for the what I knew was going to be just the accurate touch.
Yeah, that's fair.
I thought I'd get it behind you. Fuck.
It's close. If you had more power on it, it would have worked. No,
Woo. Speaking of power, a little too much mustard on that hot dog.
Yeah, really.
Oh yeah, you just sped up at the end. Wasn't reading the speed.
Big thing for everybody that's like learning air dribbles and so on. It's not about how fancy or how many touches you get. It's about how well you control that speed. So like, I let the ball slow down so Griff would slow down, and he would get like complacent about that. And then I just sped it up with the last couple of touches, and that's the biggest thing.
Oh,
and that basically works out for flicks and everything, you know?
I didn't have my line.
Yeah, definitely. But like for everything in ones, and in general, this game overall for shooting and whatnot, if you can get the opponent to hesitate because you started something that looks slower, and then you speed it up at the end, or you get only like 2 good touches on it instead, it is a massive change overall.
What a bump. A lot of green. You damn near missed that shot.
I know. It's the long shots are the most tilting, honestly, in ones. It's so hard to actually shoot.
Woo. Way to fake low. Or
Actually,
fake high, rather.
boost, I'm not gonna lie. I just got behind it for the 50. That was about it.
It's effective. Oh, my ground pinch was no good.
Need to not flip into that first touch. I keep on doing that.
Oh, get in there.
I'm just like so scared I'm gonna lag and it's not gonna register the touch. It's like it has nothing to do with that touch. It's just like psychologically it just gets to me. What a touch. Good shot. This is what I was talking about a lot with some of your guys' games against Griff and so on. Like, it's good to keep pressure overall, but like, if you see that the opponent has a lineup on net, you just gotta stay ahead of it. There's no way that you're gonna end up getting the bump in time. Someone that's confident in their card control will just take a shot on your net. They're gonna get a free goal if you overpressure like that. Griff had the right idea initially though to fake and take that midfield though, because it forces me to shoot because like he's on my blind side now and I have to take that shot. But it's like you have to understand that you forced your opponent to make the shot, so you have to prep for the shot. It's amazing.
Oh, damn it. That didn't work out. Where you going? Where you going?
Oh, you almost.
Thanks for the boost.
It's fine, you can take that one.
Do we read these? Nah. Ah! Nice bench.
Oh.
Thought there was no way in hell. But nope. Prove me wrong.
I'll be sometime. Turn!
Oh, son of a
bitch.
But garbage.
Dude, internet, unbelievable, man. I can't.
Does he double that? No.
Oh, you got the pickup. God, it's like with this kind of inner situation, the pickup always comes like way later than like it actually does in the game. It's like that ball is not on your hood, on my screen. It just doesn't stay on your. It is literally on the ground. That's why I challenged. Unbelievable.
I gotta get better at those. Risky challenge, I would say.
Yeah, enemy corner. I mean, you were coming semi towards my net because you had the sidewall area there. But at the end of the day, like I was recovered the whole time. I was just waiting for the jump opportunity to beat you, or I knew you had to commit. You know, and that's all I was really waiting for.
Nice block.
Man, got stuck to the ceiling.
What a pinch.
Bad lineup on me.
Oh, bad lineup on me.
Oh, I thought you put it in, actually. But that was a
I
shot.
should have. Damn, I was hoping that bump was going to be a little bit more fruitful.
Oh. No! Bad catch.
What? Ah.
Shame. Well, good game, Griff. It was a lot of fun
Good game.
with your viewers and so on.
Yeah.
And then for any of you guys that wanted to continue watching, I'm going to do a couple more games going on my stream, hanging out with some people that came in a little late. If you want to participate for one or two more, feel free to jump in, as usual, but basically just continue it down. Yeah.
Good night, everybody. Thank you all for coming and hanging. And thank you, as always, Scholar, for being the man.
No problem.
And until next time, we'll see you guys later. Have a good night.